The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 212, being recorded on June the 30th, 2018. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, also known as JesusWalksAlot. Today, I'm joined by the crew, plus 2, minus 1. It's 2.
Quick maths.
I'm JesusWalksAlot. Gunny is here, Alen Maybe from the West Coast, the best coast, GunnyChief. Welcome back, Alen.
What's up, guys? It's good to be here on the West Coast.
That's right, the best coast. And from the East Coast, our friend, I guess, he's back once again, Alen Maybe, CFC Leo 10.
What's up, guys? Hello again.
Hi.
Hi, Jesus.
And his friend and our friend, Amar Subasic. What is your gamer tag, Amar? I forget your gamer tag.
Mr. Bosnia.
Mr.
Pretty
Bosnia. It's a pretty unique gamer tag, man. Thank you for joining us. Are you from Bosnia?
I sure am. We'll give it away.
Oh, I don't know. Just unique gamer tag.
I always think soccer when I think Bosnia.
Why do you always think
Me too.
soccer? You do? Okay. You can follow us on Twitter at _Horrible Gamers. You can join our Facebook group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community. In the Facebooks, we have a page, Horrible Gamers Podcast. Go like that page. You can always email us at feedback@horriblegamers.com if you want to contact us, but you don't have a Facebook or you just don't have any social media and you're a weirdo. Go ahead, feedback@horriblegamers.com is an email address. You can email us. And big shout out to our Patreons this month. Jonathan Hall, Alen Maybe, Joshua Wolf, Evan Tanaka, John Jerome, Adam Sunday, Clint Theo, Dirty Bite, and Robbie Wheat. Thank you guys for being awesome, and thank you for being Patreon supporters of the show. You're keeping the lights on over here, literally. And yeah, thank you, Alan, for your support.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate
Shut
it.
the light off behind you.
Our intro song is done by Fowler and Twistix, and it's called The Breakout, and our outro is done by Broke for Free, and it's called Night Owl. You can find them on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube's, etc. Go find them. But yeah, video games. Yeah, video games, guys.
Yes.
I played lots of video games this week. I got a special video game that I played this week. Gunny, you're gonna like to hear about this. Maybe.
Wonderful.
Surviving Mars.
Ooh, yeah, I want to get
Yes.
this.
So I've been playing Surviving Mars, and this week I went back to it because, like, I heard they did an update, so I went back. And sure enough, they did a big update, huge updates, man. So, like, now, you know how before...
What did they yeah, I saw they added some more
a lot of things. So,
items to it.
you know how before you can, like, you would have your domes, right? And you kind of, like, had them separated, and there was, like, really no way to, like, connect them. Well, now they've added these tunnels you can put in between the domes that you can connect the domes, so you can have, like one of the domes is where all the houses and all the apartments are at, and you can have the other dome be where all the factories are at, and then you can have the other dome to be where all the other things are at. But the problem that I had with that, so I did that, right? I launched my game, I got in there, started building all these crazy domes. They got new types of domes as well. They have like diamond-shaped domes, they have little square-shaped domes, they have like barrel-looking domes. They look like a little bit longer, and it looks like a barrel almost, like half of a barrel. And so these kind of give you different configurations on what you can build on the diamonds, right? Because you have like the little hexagons in there, and you got to build the stuff on there, and some of them take up like 5 of them, some of them take up 3 of them, some of them take up 2 of them, some will take up 1 of them. So I had like 4 domes connected, and I was having a problem because I made one of the domes that were the smaller ones where all the people lived. That's what I made it. So I had like 3 or 4 apartment complexes in there, and I had like I think I had like a grocery store in there, and it had like a hospital in there. But everybody was going crazy, dude. Everybody in that dome was going nuts. They were like killing people. They were killing themselves. They were like, fuck, we're going crazy. I hate my life. And boom, blowing their fucking heads off. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on here, dude? Like, what the
Sounds
hell?
like St. Louis.
And so pretty much, I think that like even though the domes are connected, they don't realize that they can leave the dome or something, because the people weren't leaving the dome. They weren't going to work. They weren't doing their fucking jobs. And then my colony collapsed. I had like 200 people in my colony, and it collapsed, Gunny.
Damn.
Because these fucking people don't know how to work.
What is the purpose of the domes then? I mean, the tunnels.
I don't know. I thought it was to connect them and let people go through them and go to work and shit to the other domes. And like, no, dude.
Maybe does it not show that it's for power or water? Or?
No, I had power. I had plenty of power. And then this happened, right? So everything's going fine, dude. I got like a surplus of power. I got a surplus of water. I got a surplus of oxygen. I got all these things connected. I even have like storage tanks that are saving up the extra water, the extra power, the extra oxygen. What happens? A fucking meteor storm happens. It's like, warning, meteor incoming in 15 minutes or 15 hours or something like that. I was like, big deal. Who gives a shit? I got like enough drones and shit to fix everything. What a big deal. Dude, the meteor storm started and like one little rock hit like the edge of the map. I was like, I'm fine. Another one hit the edge of the map. I was like, I'm cool, man. And then it said, meteor storm is going to last 24 hours. I was like,
oh, God.
Fuck, dude. Next thing you know, like a bunch of meteors started coming down. They started hitting my power grid, like my solar panels, my windmills, my fuel tanks, my lines, my power lines, my the supply lines that carry the oxygen and the water. They started hitting those lines. They started hitting the domes, so the domes were cracked and they were losing oxygen. So like everything was like low on power, low on fuel, low on water. Your people are freaking out. Repair your domes. I was like, oh, fuck. So, it kind of went to shit after that, dude. Like, I didn't have enough supplies to, like, fix everything. Everything just kind of broke down, and pretty much everybody died a slow death on Mars.
Oh, shit. Does it not give you, like, a good tutorial on how to handle these things in the beginning?
Yeah, it tells you to have enough drones to fix shit, but it doesn't tell you that the drones need materials. And I don't even know how to get more materials because I had expanded out so far, but I couldn't get any more materials. I was like, my factories were all destroyed. The people were fucking killing themselves and killing each other. And there was people stealing the materials from like the supply areas because they were like renegades or whatever. They went crazy and made a bunch of gangs and started worshiping shit. And like another people, they started like, they started believing in God and they started like praying to God and making this crazy religion. So like the scientists didn't like those people didn't like the scientists. It was like a crazy ass fucking Mars movie, dude. And then everybody died.
Total Recall the sequel.
Because you know what I did? I fucking shut off all the power, shut off all the water.
Oh, yeah.
I launched all the rockets back to Earth and said, fuck it, we're staying here till you guys last man standing wins. Battle Royale.
Battle Royale.
So I shut off all the power, shut off all the oxygen, shut off all the water, shut off everything. Made everybody fight to the death, pretty much.
So is this like a City Skylines, just Mars version?
It is in Mars, yeah, pretty much. It is way harder than City Skylines because City Skylines, you got to manage oxygen and water and all that. I mean, this game is much harder. It makes you think a lot. Because you have to research the things you can do, like the different techs, the different domes. You have to research them, and if like, it takes a long time to research something. So it's like you have to build things up slowly. But by the time, like in my playthrough, what I did was I spent all my money on research because you can outsource the research to like make it go faster, right? You can like pay people to research things for you, so you can get the unlocks faster. So I spent like $20 billion on research. But I had no money left for like supplies, so that was my mistake.
I know what I'm doing. I just don't have the money now.
Yeah, it's exactly my.
Now you're gonna know your next playthrough a better strategy.
Yeah, but yeah, I hope so. I mean, I restarted my game because I gave up on that lost colony. So I restarted the map, and I just wasn't into it at that point. I was like, no, I don't want to go through all this again, dude. I spent like days building my other colony, dude. Days, Gunny. and I lost them
All down the
all.
drain.
I lost them all like in 3 hours. 200 people dead in 3 hours, thanks to a stupid meteor fucking shower and stupid things that happened in my colony. I'm so disappointed in myself. I'm a bad leader, but it's okay. It's okay. You learn from your mistakes, Gunny.
Yeah, you'll have a better playthrough the next time.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'll probably go through it again. Like I said, they have lots of new things in the game. Like I said, now you can connect the tunnels, connect the domes, build all kinds of crazy stuff. And they actually added they renamed one of the research buildings inside the game to the Stephen Hawking Institute of Science or something like that, in memory of Stephen Hawking. I thought that was pretty cool, because before it used to be called the Research Center or something like that, but they actually renamed it to the Stephen Hawking.
Oh, that's cool. That's a nice nod.
Institute of Science or something like that. I was like, that's pretty cool, man. So they do a lot of things like that. And I gotta say, one of the best things of the game is the soundtrack, dude. I love the soundtrack of Surviving Mars. I'm trying to find like the actual soundtrack album so I could download it and listen to it. That's how much I like the music in that game. So far, I haven't been able to find the actual soundtrack and actually think all the music that they have in the game was actually made for the game, because I cannot find any of the songs like on Spotify. I can't find them on iTunes. You just can't find them.
They probably have them exclusive for now.
Yeah, they
right?
probably have them exclusive or made for them or something like that. But they're pretty good songs. They're like full songs. It's kind of weird. But yeah.
Well, that's from the same makers as City Skylines, right?
Yeah, but City Skylines.
And they have a lot of the paid items that you could use for music in game.
Yeah, so City Skylines has pretty good music too, but I still think the Surviving Mars soundtrack is even better than the City Skylines, and yeah, I like it a lot. So there's that. But yeah, that's one.
Have you checked out Stellaris?
Stellaris? No, see, I've seen that on my Xbox, and I haven't checked it out yet. I've seen lots of games on my Xbox that I thought looked pretty cool. Like there's that one. There's another one called like Rocketeer or Rocket something, where like there's like a spaceship on the logo, and it's on Game Pass. I should check it out, because like people are saying that it's like No Man's Sky meets City Skylines. So I might check it out. I mean,
the soundtrack to that game is incredible. If you like that science, like synthy kind of thing, it's really awesome.
Nice. And yeah, and like the thing is, this on the soundtrack, the station that I put it on for Surviving Mars is called the Free Earth Radio, because there's like 5 or 6 different radio stations you can put on. You can put on like the international radio, you could put on like the Mars radio, or like the science radio, or Earth radio, and I put Earth radio on, and like they play like regular music, but it's fucking well done, and I'm like, this is awesome. So yeah, that's it, guys. Enough Surviving Mars though. I got a few other games left on my list, but we'll go through here. Let Gunny speak.
Yeah, so I've been playing a game that's similar to Surviving Mars. It's I believe it's only out on PC right now. It's called Frostpunk.
Yeah.
And this was on sale on Steam. I forgot how much it was. It might have been $26, or I might have picked it up on CD Keys. But basically you start out in this like you leave Europe or London exactly to venture out into the apocalypse of just nothing but everything is covered in snow. And the way it starts out is you start off with this I think it's just called the furnace, and that kind of heats everything up, and you have to I think you start off with 80 survivors, and everything's really really tight within where you have to build at. So the first thing you have to do is go find coal to get the heater going, right? The furnace. And then you have to build, so many tents so that nobody's homeless, right, for all your workers. And so then you have children with you, and then eventually it'll say, hey, what do you want to do? Like, do you want to have the children just go to school, or do you want to have them work? So you get that choice. And
so what happens if you send them to work?
So what happens is you'll have I think you have 2 meters. One is it's called discontent, and so that meter will rise. And I think once that discontent meter rises all the way to the top, the game is over. And below that is you have another meter called hope. And that's when you do good things like everybody has housing. If you build let's say a coal mine to just have that consistent, coals coming in so to, heat everything up. If you build enough hospitals, or infirmaries, then, your hope goes up and your discontent will go, will lower down. So you got to find that balance. But there's a few things that I really like about this game and a few that I don't. The graphics are good. I feel like everything's manageable because you're doing everything in such a small area. But some of the things I don't like is like everybody has a name, but you're not like controlling anybody individually. I think you can just basically take whoever you want, right? And nobody has any real story. So it's really you're just taking, hey, send 10 workers over here to, search for food, right? Mm-hmm. And take these other 10 to go search for steel, and these other 10 can go, get wood, right? And that'll bring in your resources to, build more things. One of the other things it does is you can get a research center going, and it'll send up like this blimp. It'll be like a lookout to look for other people or other resources. So, and that's kind of I guess you would call that a metagame sort of thing, because then all they're doing is, oh yeah, you're going to send out these scouts to this other area, right? So it's almost mobile in a way, because you can continue on with your gameplay, and it'll say, oh, these survivors found like a bunch of resources, or they found more people. Okay, well, send those people to us, right? So now you have more people within your, area that, now you need more houses and you need more food and things like that. So everybody's constantly like, you're always on the brink of starvation and cold, things like that. So, and you can build, I think you only have one furnace in the beginning, but you can build out these like, these heaters, because every place is going to need a heater, mm-hmm. right? And otherwise it'll say, hey, this like food place or whatever, it's not working because there's not enough heat to keep it going. Things like that. And it does have like I forgot what they called it. It's not a skill tree, but it looks like a skill tree. So basically it'll say, hey, do you want to have a choice of, let's say, having everybody work a 24-hour shift? And so once you say yes to that ability, there goes your discontent. That's going to go up. And, your hope will kind of stay the same on that one, but you're going to get more resources for whatever you want to have done. Like, let's say you have a sawmill, right? And you're going to need more wood. So everybody's working that 24-hour shift. And there will be like little dialogues that'll pop up and say, wow, I remember when 10-hour day was a good day, Now you're working working us to death. But it doesn't just come at you,
Make them work all day, every day.
Yeah.
Let them freeze to death.
Why not?
Yeah, but it's I can see this definitely coming to consoles,
I would play the fuck out of it if it did.
Yeah. Yeah, but pretty cool so far. I like it.
Nice.
I recommend it.
Yeah, that's a big Steam game at the moment. I know lots of people on Steam have been playing it. I kind of wish I had a PC just to play that game.
Yeah. I would say the only, where I really had to take a moment was where it came up and said, hey, look, these people over here that are, it didn't say where they were, but it's like, hey, look, these people are just basically starving to death, right? And you have the meter to show, how many are on the brink of death or starvation or what have you.
Can you just kill them?
So basically you're going to get sometimes it'll give you three choices. It'll say feed them now, or it'll say, no, I'm not going to feed you, or let's just not address this right now. That would be your third option. Basically you're saying no, right?
But not really saying no. You're saying maybe.
You're supposed to kill him.
Maybe.
You're saying whatever,
you just kill him. Can
away.
I send a death squad to go down there and execute the people?
There are some options that get, a little more,
Can I sacrifice
when you start
him
having people
for food?
reveling in the street, Yeah. So
It's
yeah,
only
so
bug,
basically, if you say, "Hey, we're gonna build more places for you to to bring in more food," right? But you have to if you break that promise, your discontent's gonna go up,
Fuck the people. That's why you're the leader.
right? And so I didn't last too long in the first playthrough because I didn't watch any tutorials or anything like that, and
So
I don't think you really
Do the people?
need to.
Okay. So like, if you get the people mad, do they come at you? Like, do they start a revolution and try to kill you or something? Or
Yeah, so I think the first time that I died, it basically did a thing where it said, "Everyone gathers around you," and you're behind the woodshed.
oh shit, you're the leader though, Gunny. Where's your bodyguards?
I think if it's the second playthrough that I did, I actually had bodyguards.
Yeah,
Basically,
fuck
I
yeah.
called martial law.
God damn, fuck yes, what you do?
That's what I did. I had martial law going. It was like, you do what the fuck we say you're going to do.
You beat those motherfuckers down. You tell them you go to work 24 hours a day, and I'll feed you if you're lucky.
That's what I did the second
You get
playthrough,
one
so I got a different
ration for
experience.
48 hours of work.
I definitely got a
food
second.
last.
Yeah.
You gotta make your food last, bro. This is extreme times.
Yeah, but that first playthrough, man, where it was like, hey, let's have this girl whose mom's upset because you want to send her to work for the day. I was like, no, you get to work.
Exactly. Boom, boom, son. You go to work.
I put sawdust in their soup is what I did.
You're lucky if I don't put the mother in prison and make her watch her daughter work all day long. Yeah.
But it did come to a point where
sounds
I
pretty
knew I
dark.
didn't have any food, right? And it was like, hey, feed these people now because they're starving. And it was like, I kind of looked at my screen. I'm like, I just don't have any
still
food. I was like, I felt bad.
Sorry, guys.
The first time I was like, crap, I don't have anything to give
And they
them.
killed you, Gunny, and they killed you. See, that's why you got to be hard on them, dude, because you can't let them get hope. If they get hope, then they start expecting more things. You give them a little bit of hope about we could eat food every day, and then they're gonna want we can just skip work for a day, and then they're gonna want more and more things. You got to take that shit away from them. Be like, look, you're lucky if you get a day off. All right, you're lucky.
Yeah, and it's cool. There are some dialogue that was just like, hey, look, I had my left arm amputated, but I'm still alive.
Yeah.
Let's go to work, guys.
Fuck yeah.
And I was like, that's a good worker right there. I like this guy.
Promoted. Promote him to general.
Vice president.
Yeah. Yeah, so check that out, Jesus.
I'm dying.
It might run on your PC.
It might. I don't know. Maybe. What are the specs? No, I have a laptop. It's not gonna run on this shit, dude.
I don't think it takes a lot of computing power.
You can be a Hitler, Jesus.
Let's see, Jesus. It's
Kill all the people.
0.2 gigahertz. Memory is 4 gigs of RAM.
I got 12 gigs RAM on my PC.
Yeah, see, and graphics is you only need a GTX 660 or a Radeon 370, so it's pretty low.
None of those. Neither of those. I have no Radeon bullshit GTX. Nothing, Gunny.
Nothing.
Oh,
Okay.
man. Oh, Jesus.
I need a computer like you, Gunny. You need to buy me one.
Start a GoFundMe for Jesus right now.
Don't give him ideas.
GoFundMe for Jesus to get a gaming PC. There we
Just
go.
to try out Frost or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's it.
Frostpunk.
We're going to get him a Steam machine. Obsolete Steam. What have you been playing, Alan?
Oh, okay. I got actually a huge list of games that I
You
God.
just bring up a piece of paper.
wanted to play.
What one game have you been playing?
No, actually, like I said, I got a huge list of games that I actually wanted to play, but I actually just play a couple of games. I usually play FIFA as usual, but I actually played a bunch of Paladins. They actually came out with a new mode, Rise of Furia. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but it's 5 versus 5, and it's completely random characters. So each team has one of the same characters, but you get a selected random character, so you don't get a chance to choose.
Oh,
So it kind of
cool.
forces you to kind of learn different characters and play and kind of like explore. So I'm not sure if you have to have those characters unlocked, but it doesn't give you an option to choose. So I'm sure if you don't have some of those characters, you can still go into the mode and try out some of the characters in a random mode, I guess.
Yeah,
But
it would
is
probably
5 versus
choose.
5.
Yeah, because isn't there already like 5 unlocked already? So it's probably
Yeah,
that probably
yeah.
fits into the free version.
Yeah, and there's a new character as well that they and the whole mode is kind of Kind of reminds me of what is the mode in Destiny where me, you, David Snyder, and a couple other guys trying to beat, where it was like 6 of us trying to perform some kind of jumps.
Raid?
Yeah, raid. I didn't know how to say raid. After we gave up after like 4 hours. So this mode actually has like a small part of the game where both of the teams start at the same side of the map and have to kind of rush up to this mountain and start jumping around these obstacles. And then as soon as you reach one part, like the water raises up, so whoever like failed just dies, and they get to reset. But it's kind of pointless, honestly. I mean, it's kind of cool to introduce a new. It's a cool way to introduce a new character. It's just kind of like after you win or lose, there is a cutscene of her destroying some kind of this dragon monster thing that's just with the sword. But I don't see a point of the whole running and the whole race part and the end of the part of the at the end of the match when they display her like the new character. It's kind of cool new mode, but you waste, honestly, like 5 minutes just running up before you actually get into the battle. The battle part is really cool, but me and Snyder played that last night a couple of times just to give it a try. Like I said, 5 versus 5 is pretty cool. You could try new characters that you haven't played with before. But the upsetting part is this race is pointless. I don't see the benefit of it. And nothing changes. If you win or lose, the same scene or same cutscene is there. It's kind of
bragging rights.
Yeah, it would kind of cool to see it once or twice. Not even twice. Once is enough. And then after they just go taking back to the normal 5 versus 5. I know you played this game, Gunny, but definitely something cool to try out, like an actual team deathmatch, first to 30 wins. And it's pretty simple and clean. And it's also close action, one map. I'm not sure if this is something temporarily here, but it's going to be, I'm looking at it right now, it's still going to be here for a while. So I guess give it a try. Yeah, I know you like Paladins.
I like, it's any of those 5v5. I noticed that anytime it's like a melee character or sword or something, I'm terrible at it. But if they have a gun, I can get them from a distance, and I feel like I have a chance because I don't know how to work like the special abilities with, let's say if I do have that sword or whatever, like, I was supposed to probably hit the shield, and everything just happens so quick.
Well, one thing is almost every character has a distance, some kind of long range attack. Even the guy with the sword, that I forgot his name, but he actually sends some kind of like sword waves at the character or enemy, so you don't have to actually be near him to do any kind of damage. But yeah, it is difficult, and there are a couple of base characters like Victor that you probably will like because it's simple to like Call of Duty character, just like a grenade and a rifle.
Yeah, you've got an assault rifle, just aim and shoot. Yeah.
And actually there's like a couple of characters now that add a sniper to them as well with pistols as a backup, and game's fun, and they keep adding different modes, which is always nice to see, but I feel like they fail with this cutscene in this race because I still have no idea why is it and what's the purpose of it.
I think it's to entice people for that free version, right? To get them in the door first.
Yeah, but
like,
I mean,
gotcha.
You don't need to have
pay the $20. Pay us $30. Unlock them all now.
Yeah.
And another thing is actually, it seems like that they have 5 different modes for this, but all of my modes were locked. And I think for some reason Snyder had one of them unlocked, so that's what we played. So I wish I got a chance to talk about the other 3 or 4. I guess I'll, wait and find out.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. It's been nice something different to try out with the same characters, but you're forced into a different mode.
Now
it's not
I know
always...
you've always played with that tree character, right? Because that's the one you bought and that's your favorite. Now, now that you were forced to play the other ones, did you feel like, hey, maybe I might use those?
Yes. Actually, when we switched to a normal mode, Siege, I actually played with one of the characters. I actually learned to like her now. I actually figured it out. And when you're forced, because the thing is, every character, you need to figure out what's the benefit from being up close, from distance, from using each move. And with the tree character, Grover, I was playing with every character the way I would play with him. So that was kind of threw me off. And then when I run into a character that kind of should like, I didn't like it because I was playing the wrong way. So this kind of forced
you liked.
Maeve. She's like one of those the one that turns invisible and throws those ninja stars or whatever.
The dubstep cat one, right?
No. She's pretty cool too. No, this one actually shoots like out of her like wrist or something. But the dubstep cat is pretty difficult and pretty fun too.
Cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Amar?
Well, one of the games that I've been like playing religiously is called Hearts of Iron 4. It's made by same people, Paradox, that did City Skylines and Surviving Mars and Stellaris and all that. I got over 300 hours on that on Steam, and the appeal I don't know what that appeal of the game is for me, but it's just I'm very much into history and stuff, and World War II especially. In that game, you can control essentially everything. You can play any country that existed at that time, change the government, build factories, research technology, and create armies, navies, air force, everything. You have ideologies that you like go down a set path. So, for example, if you play as Japan, you can, if people know Japan was fascist in World War II. But if you say, hey, I want to be democratic, then you go down the set path of ideologies and you align yourself with Britain or United States. And then
you can like pretty much change the course of
exactly.
World War II.
Exactly. But the thing is, World War II will happen. War will happen. It's inevitable, but
it might not be the same countries.
Exactly. But there's an option you can turn on that you can do historical playthroughs, so you can.
So it'll be like the actual allies and the Axis or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay. Can you play? it's just kind of like, since you're asking, you can change the way things are. Can you play as the United States and make United States like the Nazis?
So yes. So here's the thing. Great thing about Hearts of Iron 4 is there's a great modding community, and I play with a mod called Road to 56, which throws in like a bunch of new technologies, extends it, and also adds different ideologies. The original vanilla game, United States didn't have that option, but this one it does.
Okay.
So basically, you can go down, become fascist. You can invade Mexico. You can invade Canada. But the thing is, like, once you get your forces down towards the Mexican border, then Mexico will be like, hey, these guys don't look too friendly. Maybe we should align ourselves with somebody that's opposite of their ideology. So every different country you want to invade, they might go different routes. So it's definitely challenging, very, very challenging, but so much fun, so refreshing.
Can you influence what other countries' ideologies are? So like if you're becoming a fascist country or whatever, and can you like kind of like influence Canada to maybe turn that way? But like, hey guys, how about you join us?
Yes, yeah, you can. So if you play as, say, Britain's democracy, and it's very difficult, but say you want Germany to go democratic, you can influence their politics, as they say, and like different events will pop up for it.
How do you do that? How do you influence their politics? Is it with media, news, radio?
It's a button click to boost party popularity. The only thing is that government, so the fascist government might say, hey, we don't like this. We're going to put the democratic power down. But in turn, you can start a rebellion. You can start a uprising for the Democrats. The higher the percentage for the Democrats, the stronger the rebellion is, essentially. And so it's very fun.
So you can start like a revolution in the country without really without really invading it.
Exactly.
Kind of like we already do nowadays.
Yeah. More often than not, you'll lose, or they will lose because the country will just invade. Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
So is it like cool. Is it like the RTS of Civilization, Sid Meier's Civilization?
Yes and no. It's more in depth than Civilization because I played Civ before, and I thought that was like in depth, but this is like way more like once. It took me so long to master it, but once it clicks with you, it's just like, holy crap, this is like so in depth. They thought of almost everything. Same with Surviving Mars. Like when I did the tutorial for Hearts of Iron 4, I was like, this makes no sense. I don't understand what any of this crap is. But you just got to keep playing it. You're like, oh, like after 10 playthroughs, you're like, okay,
yeah, it clicks,
I know how
right?
this
That's
works.
same thing happened to me with City Skylines, man. The first city I built, I was like, this is so lame. Why did I buy this game?
Exactly.
And then like now my cities are huge. Like I have a city that's so big, man. It's like insane how big it is. It just keeps growing. It's just like self-sustaining at this point. Like I don't even have to do much.
It's so addicting. It's like it tickles like that part of your brain where you're like, I have to keep playing. Like I want to see what else I can do.
Yeah, like
This is why he doesn't play FIFA with us anymore.
Don't tell her, right?
it sounds like a really cool game, man. I kind of wish that would have came to the consoles or should come to consoles at some point. I mean, that company that you mentioned, the one that published both City Skylines and
Paradox.
and Surviving Mars, they're pretty good about porting those over to console, and they did a really good job with both of those games. They handle real well on a controller. Like it just works. The way the menu is, the way they set it up, it all just works. It's kind of weird. A lot of people say that RTSs are not really made for consoles, which I understand that. Like they're probably easier to control with the keyboard and mouse, but the way they port them over and the way they map the controllers, they do a pretty damn good job at it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely agree. It's one of those companies where you like look at you like these people actually, care about their consumer base, whereas like EA or somebody else, they just care about money.
And they do listen to the feedback because, like I said, Surviving Mars, that was a big complaint about from everybody. They were saying like, dude, why can't I connect the domes? Why can't I connect the domes? Like, what the fuck, guys? And they released a patch saying, okay, here you go. We got tunnels now. You can connect the domes. Like, there's little shit like that matters.
Do they have mods for Surviving Mars or?
I don't know if they have some for that yet. I know they have some for City Skylines on the Xbox. For Surviving Mars, I'm not sure if they've added those yet, but they might, because I know that they're a company that does do mods on their game on the consoles. They're not crazy mods. They're not like Skyrim mods on the consoles.
Total conversion mods, right?
Right.
Yeah, but they're like you can add like a different building, different look to your houses. It mean a special building. You can like download a big apartment complex where like 10,000 people can live in there or whatever. So you could do that. But they do disable achievements if you put a modded building in your game.
Yeah,
it disables achievements, of course. But yeah. Anyways, guys, let's move on here. I got
Just
a few
continue
more games.
talking.
So I played some more Star Wars Battlefront 2, as you were saying earlier today, Alan, that I was on quite a bit. Dude, I'm hooked on that game. I really am. I'm like, I can't get enough.
What are you doing that game?
I can't get enough, dude. I love the settings. I'm in a Star Wars kick, dude. I'm like, all Star
I know,
Wars.
because you
all
actually
Star Wars.
didn't want to play Overwatch against me like we were supposed to. Because you wanted to actually...
Whatever, man. You could have invited me. I would have totally played. But last night I was looking at Overwatch and then I was looking at Star Wars and I was like, I got to get into Star Wars. I'm into leveling up my characters at this point. I got my my assault class to level 27. And I'm trying to get it to level 35 so I can unlock the purple cards for it. I have the blue cards for it at this point. I'm trying to get into purple, so I'm trying to rank up that guy. My heavy class got ranked up to level 23 now, so I was able to upgrade his cards to blue. The game is just fun. It looks good. It runs good. And I just love the Star Wars, dude. It's just the sound effects, the music, the setting. It's all cool. And speaking of Star Wars, I also went and played KOTOR this week on the Xbox.
Yes.
So that's available through the Game Pass, which is pretty incredible, man. And, if you've never played like these old games, you really should at least give them a try. So I have played KOTOR before. I played it on the original Xbox way back in the day, like in 2003, 2004. Going back to it now. Oh man! Is
it dated or what?
Oh man, you think?
Yeah.
It's really dated.
I was like, ooh,
it's really dated. It doesn't even display fully on my TV because obviously I have a widescreen 4K TV, but it only displays like the edges don't display like they're like square bars. Like it's like a square screen. There's no widescreen support for it. So,
but it's amazing because that game has been like it was ported to the 360, right? And then now it's been like it's from the 360 to the Xbox One.
Yeah. And I gotta say, the game loads so quick. It's like loading screens are like a second, 2 seconds long. It's super fast loading. But you look at the graphics; they're obviously way dated. You look at the gameplay style, and we've evolved so far from that style of gameplay that like it was kind of nearly impossible to play. Because the way you turn around, you can tab with the triggers to like tab between the things you can select, or you can like rotate your character with the sticks. So at first I was rotating my character with the sticks, but it felt kind of clunky. So I switched over to just using the right triggers and left trigger to like tab between all the things I could click, like the dialogue or the things I can open, the doors I can open, etc. But man, dude, it brought back a lot of memories. I made it through like the first level where like you escape this ship that's getting attacked. And then you go down to the city, and then you go into the city, and it's so bad. The graphics are so bad, but just going through there and like it brought back so much nostalgia, and just looking at how they did the city when you're walking around there and you see the people walking through there. I was thinking to myself, dude, when I was like 12, 13 years old or whatever, this was like the most amazing thing I could imagine at the time. You know what I mean? This was like epicness. This was like the best looking thing ever to me. It was like the most amazing, incredible thing ever that you can talk to all these people. You can literally stop anybody on the street, start talking to them. And it's like, holy fuck, and then playing it now, it's like, oh, wow. Yeah, it's dated.
Voice acting is funny too, when especially when you talk to the aliens, they're like,
yeah, so there's a lot of that going on. I was like, I'm gonna play as a dark side, so I did a lot of bad choices, killed a lot of people, killed a lot of things. But then I was like, I'm not gonna play this all the way through. it's just impossible because the
nostalgia.
The combat is just so like 2000s, dude. Where like you press A to like target somebody, and then you press A to attack, and then you just gotta like your character will automatically keep attacking them until he kills that person. Like you don't have to press the trigger. You just stand there. And your character will do like a few little moves. He'll do like a little crouch thing, and then he keeps shooting. I'm like, this is lame.
Yeah, auto lock.
What is this shit? Old school, super old school, man. So yeah, I mean, KOTOR is on there. But hey, man, if you're looking for like that nostalgia, if you really like that game and you want to actually play it all the way through again, I don't blame you. Fuck, go try it. I mean, if you have the time and the patience to go through that. I didn't, obviously, but if you do, go check it out. It's on Game Pass, and it's actually available for purchase for $10. And if you have Game Pass, you actually get like a discount. It's like $8 because you get like a 20% off. So there's that. But yeah, man, Star Wars is my thing now. Star Wars is my fucking thing, guys. I love it. I got one more game I could talk about here. Modern Warfare 3. So I went into a lobby the other day where I was trying to find a hardcore match, and it wouldn't let me connect to a hardcore match. It was just couldn't find the game. They were all full. So I was like, okay, fuck it. I'm going to go play regular team deathmatch. I got into the match, and like, I was killing the people, and I was like, man, like, I'm getting a lot of XP for kills. Like, 4,000 XP per kill. I'm like, what's going on right now? And next thing you know, I spawn and I'm on top of the map. I'm like, oh, this is going on. And I was in a hack lobby. For Modern Warfare 3. And wow. So pretty much this guy called in a bunch of Juggernaut suits. Like, there was like 70 care packages that got dropped on the map. They were all Juggernaut suits, so everybody picked one up. Everybody was a Juggernaut. Then he dropped like those little tank robots you can control. Like 50 of those things in the map. Everybody had a little tank robot you can control. Unlimited kills. 4,000 XP per kill. Unlimited ammo. When you were the Juggernaut, you could just keep shooting. Didn't matter. It was pretty crazy, man. It was pretty crazy. You can double.
Like, how do they
triple jump?
I know you're on the Activision servers and stuff, but how does
I don't know.
And how does Xbox just say, that's okay,
I don't
it's
know.
Activision.
I didn't even know the lobby was hacked until like I spawned on top of the map, and like all my teammates were spawning on the edge of the map, like on the cliffs and shit. So they were just sniping the people in the middle, like all the enemies, and it was like,
How old is this
not right
game?
here.
wow. I was like, holy fuck, dude, and like, it was just hack central, dude. Like, I sent you pictures of the thing, Gunny. You probably saw them on the chat, and like,
Yes.
yeah, you could triple jump. You can do anything you wanted to. I mean,
How old is this game?
2011, 12.
I think they just gave up on it. They don't care anymore.
Well, yeah,
Well,
just what they
Activision-
did it with
yeah,
Call of Duty
Activision.
World at War. They
Yeah.
did the same thing.
They don't give a shit, dude.
Call of
it's
Duty World at War.
It's old games to them, so they don't really care about them. But I still say, like, God, dude, you guys should, monitor your game quite a bit, especially after being backwards compatible. You don't want hack lobbies like that, man.
Right, not in the beginning, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that happened to me this week. Hack lobby. And then
Yeah, and I know they've done it with all the other games, whether it be on console or PC. Yeah.
Yeah. But I gotta say, Modern Warfare 3 still holds up, man. It's a fun game. It really is. I miss that style, that modern combat. You know what I mean? I miss that.
You just went down memory lane this week, didn't you?
I did.
Nostalgia trip.
Totally, dude. I got one more game, but I'll leave that one for the end. Go ahead, Emily. Go ahead.
Sorry, guys. My kid's getting excited over here. Next one I played is, I saw this on Amazon Prime. Well, no, actually it was ChiefD who tweeted it out. It's a game called Extinction. And yeah, so it was only like $12 on Amazon. And I thought, you know what? I know this game got crap reviews. And yeah, so yeah, it's like basically it's because I think they were selling this as like a full AAA title for like $60 or something, and definitely not worth it. It's the story is like you start out and it's all like, you know, it'll show the text and it's got good voice acting, but it's like, yeah, you got to go stop these guys. Okay, all right, and it's just like a small town, and you go out and you fight these like big orcs, you know, these monsters, and what it is well, in between that, you'll go out and there'll be like these townspeople, and they're next to these stones, these teleport stones, and you can go out and you just press Y. You fight the little orcs, press Y to rescue them, and they get teleported out of the city. So, but in between that, you have to fight these big orcs, and you'll come in and you'll hold down left trigger to, let's say, cut their armor. Okay. Once their armor's down, or you cut their leg off, and then they fall, and then you can grapple, get on top, and take their head off, or if they're wearing head armor, yeah, you can then come back for a second strike. But I gotta say, like, I'm already on the 4th chapter, and the game's getting pretty freaking hard, because you got to get the controls down to, they'll take a swipe at you, or they'll jump on you. So it gives you the option for B, which is evade, but it's like, okay, I can't get away fast enough from these guys, because they're freaking huge. Like, they'll just come and crush you. But yeah, I'd say it's worth $12. That's for sure. What I paid for it.
Looking at the game,
that.
I'm looking at screenshots. It doesn't look that good.
It's not bad. It's cell shaded.
Is this on Xbox?
Yeah. Xbox One. Yep.
What is it called again? I'm sorry.
Extinction.
Extinction.
Yeah, I saw this. I saw it when it first came out, and I was like, "Oh, what's this here?" And then I was like, "Oh, $60." And I looked at the reviews, and they're giving it like
4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10.
The combat is okay. It's really you're just pressing X to fight the little orcs.
Whew, man, on Metacritic for the PS4, it's down to 47%.
And here's the combos, guys. Like, when you come up, and so guess what? You unlocked a new ability to kill these little guys, right? Okay, so press X three times, pause, press X 5 times, right? Or you could just keep pressing X. How about that, huh? I was like, okay, yeah.
Thanks.
Now I see why this game got low ratings. But simple. It's simple in that you're just killing those guys. And
On Metacritic, there's so many 0 reviews that is so bad. Like user reviews, there's a lot of zeros. So people are saying, this game is so bad, I can't even justify giving it a point.
Yeah.
So how many hours did you play of this game?
No, I've only played 1 hour so far.
Okay.
There's one company, one review site that gave it an 80 Metacritic. Everybody else from IGN to every other source gave it like a 40, a 50, a 60.
Yeah, the developer's brother, probably.
That's a good one.
Defending this game to the end.
Oh, man, that's
You couldn't
sad.
even give it 100, you gave it an 80.
Like, here you go, bro. I'll give you an 80.
It's not bad, but it's not great either. So
Constructive
still pick it
criticism,
up.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Alan?
I played another game that's similar to... Actually, it's not similar. It's just same studio. Smite. It was free. I tried it. I liked it. I played it again.
Okay. That's the
one
one
thing about
that
it-
we got like $100 worth of
Yeah.
gold and shit, right?
And it's worth it. The game is really fun, and oh my goodness, you get about 20 characters for free, but there's like maybe 90 of them.
Is that right?
But there's a lot of characters. I haven't counted them. I haven't got a chance to like.
What is this game about? Like how? What
It's like it's like, what is it? 5 versus 5 MOBA, and it just, you got lanes, which, you know, a short, long, and a middle lane. With each okay, first of all, there's a couple modes that we played. My favorite ones was arena. You have these small soldiers. They had to go from one side to another into this like a tunnel or wherever it is, and that's how you collect points. You're just trying to kill as many of them you can to cancel them from entering on your side. And same thing, enemy or the opposite team does the same thing. But the characters, there's so many to choose, so many guys, so many different icons you can select. That it's kind of overwhelming just to figure out each one of them, because there's so much to do with the attacks. When can you level up in a game that you can actually earn some certain attacks? And if you just go into it without taking a tutorial like I did,
Yeah.
you might
Typical
actually,
Alan.
yeah. Because I just kept using the same move over and over, and then once I figured that these guys have different abilities after you level up during the game. So every game you start off with 0 or 1, and then during that game you level up, and as much as you level up, you unlock more abilities, and then even those abilities you can unlock or level up itself to have more effect in the game. The game is super fun. Only bad thing about it takes forever, like 33 minutes a match. And there's actually a mode where you can actually forfeit or quit. Any game that actually like adds that, it's yeah, they need to change it to like 8 minutes or something like that. It is too long.
Who's your,
but it's a
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's a fun game, and one thing I like it is similar to Paladins. Honestly, the same makers. Some of the characters are actually in both games, but there's more to do in this game. And there's the other mode. I'm not even sure how to play it. We kind of gave up on it a couple of times because it is complicated. The ones with multiple, ways to attack. I still don't know. The game is kind of new to me. I know it's been out for a while, but since it was free, I thought I'd give it a chance.
I don't get it, Alan. I just don't get that game. I tried it 4 times, and I know there is a lot to learn in that game. I mean, I can grasp some of it, like how you need to level up, and I watched a few tutorials, and I think that part is like what I don't like. I do like the Paladins part where you're going to go head to head with another character.
Yeah,
Like
and it's
that
simple.
part I enjoyed.
Also, in here, there are updates to your character you can like make during the game, but you have to be in a certain area to do it.
Yeah,
And
like
then,
at your spawn point, right?
Yes, and there's like a couple different ones you can go to, but it's just really hard to, because once the game starts you off with the auto purchase, and then you just turn it off and you're trying to kind of manage it yourself. It's kind of hard to see what's actually been purchased. What do you already have? It might not be hard, but maybe for me at this moment, just because I'm still new to it and I only play like a couple hours of it. But I can see where this game can be super fun, competitive, but you have to invest a lot of time into it.
Who, did you find like a favorite character that you like playing with?
Well, it's funny because I accidentally and randomly kind of chose a character, and the character was this old guy with like long beard, but he ended up being standing up on a ride, which was a Grover, which was like
Poseidon?
no, I forgot. No, it's something with S. But the character, the tree character from the Paladins, is actually his ride in Smite. So they combine the characters, which I love. You know, it's like they use the ideas of each game and kind of combine them together. And actually, when you die, the old guy goes, "Oh, Grover," and he actually calls him by the the
Oh,
name.
right, because it's High Res Studios that does this.
Yeah. So it's a cool idea. Such a cool game. I just wish I had a chance to play it sooner, and the price is scary. I mean, there's like $100 version of this game.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see where you can unlock a lot of the characters like super easy. I actually unlocked 3 characters just by playing like maybe a couple hours of this game. There are different prices of characters, but I can see this game being like one of the games that I can spend $100 and I can just play this game forever. It's like one of those games.
I feel like it's a Final Fantasy game of some sorts to me where, like, after 50 hours, the game that's when it really starts.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of time.
So yeah, that is fun. Like I said, we played 2 different modes. I don't remember the modes. I wasn't the leader of the of the group, so I just follow Snyder. Whatever he decides, I just do it. So yeah, we're gonna do this. Sure, why not? So the game is fun. For free for this month or end of this month. Give it a try. $100 for lots of fun.
Well, yeah, you get is it
like 20 characters?
Yeah, you get a bunch of DLC with games with gold for it. You get like a bunch of gold coins and gold DLC and packs or whatever for it.
So wait, can you not buy the game just like...
It's a free-to-play game,
The game's free.
Yeah.
It's just with this version of the game that's gold, free with gold.
Yeah.
You get a bunch of extra stuff. Like
oh, I see. From what I was understanding, I thought you were playing like a trial version or something.
No. Xbox Live, you know how they do games with gold? Instead of doing like a game, they did that. They did like, we're going to give you $100 worth of DLC for this game that's free to play.
That makes sense. Gotcha.
And it just sucks that I kind of just now noticed the game. I had it before. I just never get a chance.
No, the problem with that game, I think, isn't that the game that came out right next to Overwatch, like a week before Overwatch or something like that?
No, that was something different.
That was a different one.
Smite's been out for quite a while.
No, you're thinking about Battleborn.
Battleborn.
That's the one that died, yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Battleborn.
But
yeah,
I
think
this... Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think the Smite game came around like when the whole MOBA craze happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you had Dota, you had what's the other one? I forget the other popular one. League of Legends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now you got the hero shooter craze.
And this is a really good studio as well. I mean, the artwork is similar to Paladins.
I'm gonna have to check it out, dude. Sounds cool.
The thing is, first couple of rounds. Okay. For a game that lasts 30 minutes, you should be able to change a character like in Overwatch. But in Paladins, I love it that you can't change it. For some reason, like I feel like it's cheating.
I hate that about Paladins, dude. Like I was playing Paladins with you. Was it you guys the other day? Was it you and Brink?
Snyder.
And Snyder, and like I can't get into that game, dude. I have all the characters unlocked. I don't know who the fuck to use. I'm like, this is lame. This is lame. Like I just hate it. I like Overwatch. Like Overwatch it's a million times better in my opinion because I just enjoy way more.
No,
it runs better. It plays better for me. I know all the characters' abilities.
Like it.
I think that's what it is. I just don't know the abilities of the characters. And these guys kept sniping me from across the map with their stupid sniper rifles and fuck that.
360 no scope.
No, there was this guy that was camping the back of their spawn, and he was just in the doorway shooting at us, and we just kept getting killed. I'm like, how the fuck, dude? Like, he would kill all our team. I don't even know how. He just did it.
Well, this is one thing I like about Paladins, where it punishes you if you choose the wrong character. You have to be as a team.
Well, yeah, I don't know the fucking character, so how the fuck am I supposed to know who to choose, Alan?
Well, I mean, that's like every game you play. I mean, even if you start off with Overwatch, you have to invest some time into. It's difficult to go into a different game if you already love Overwatch and try and play something like Paladins.
Overwatch it's good, dude. It's perfect.
Well, you know what? I like Overwatch, but I hate the fact that they change characters in the middle of the game. I
love that shit. I
kind of agree with them.
It's you should be able to stick with the character and play it off, because it's doing a game, I can see the same character, but someone else is playing him, and then they're playing it with a different style, and kind of throws you off. Like, you should just stick with the same character until the round's over, and then play again.
Change that shit up, man. If it ain't doing for you, then you gotta change it up.
Well, I wish there was an option in Smite, because I played, I don't know why I chose some kind of rabbit or a squirrel. It was a squirrel. Why not choose it? Give it a chance. And it was awful. It kept getting killed. It was like a flank character. It's fun, but I wish I had a chance to like change it for 30 minutes playing as a squirrel. That's awful.
Yeah,
and it's difficult.
All that grinding, you know.
Yeah. But the game is fun. Give it a try. I mean, it's free. I mean, the game is free, but you also get $100 worth of, add-ons or characters. So give it a chance.
All right.
Cool.
All right. Omar?
Well, going with Alan's little theme, I kind of joined this party late, but it was the Witcher series.
Oh, yeah.
And I beat the second game around last year, and right now I'm on the third one. And no spoiler, I'm not spoiling anything. I don't want to hear any spoilers. I haven't beaten it just yet, but man, if that game is something else, all that talk about people, saying it was.
How many hours did you invest in it?
I'm at like 80 right now, I think.
Go back.
80.
No, in the 3 or 2?
Can you tell me when the game starts getting good?
Beginning, man. Right.
I've tried it twice.
I've tried that game 3 fucking times. I bought it twice, dude. I bought the regular edition. I bought the Game of the Year Gold fucking edition. Yeah. Got all the DLC. Tried that game twice, dude. I've restarted that game 3 times now. I'm on my 3rd time restarting it at this point. Am I just playing it wrong? Should I put it in baby mode and play the story mode? What the fuck do I do?
I don't know, to be honest, man. Because like when I think of Witcher 3, I don't think combat. I think of immersion. I think of story. I think of like atmosphere. So like what keeps me going is the people in this world. What's going on with them? What kind of like this guy has a quest where it's like his baby got kidnapped by a monster, and you go find the monster. Turns out the monster is actually misunderstood, and he is actually helping the baby, but people think he's evil. And it's like it's
spoiled it for me.
You spoiled the fucking quest for me, bro. What the fuck?
But no, like
you know what?
So it's
never gonna
like,
play this now. Never gonna play this. I wanted to discover that the baby was not kidnapped by a monster.
Hashtag I hate
you know what? I'm actually with Jesus. I tried that game twice, and I actually want to play it and continue it, but I actually stopped at the same moments, like at the same spot, same.
Yeah.
And
right
you know
now,
what it is?
What
you just gotta turn off.
I don't know, man. Right now, what I did was I helped the little dwarf, the blacksmith in the beginning, where like the dude burned his house down. I was like, "Fuck it, kill that kid, take him in, kill him. I don't give a shit. Hang him from a tree, whatever. Fuck him. He deserves to die. He burned the house down." And then he goes and gets hung on the tree. And then I went to go talk to this asshole in this tower that's like the leader of the area or something, like the army leader. And he's like, "I got a problem." He looks like Antonio Banderas. He's like, "I got a problem in the mountains, and you need to go kill it." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm Geralt. What the fuck do you want me to do? I'll be back." And then
I'll be back.
And then I gotta go kill a Griffith or whatever the fuck. So like, yeah, dude, what the fuck? I don't know. I can't get into the game. I really can't. Last time I made it past that. Last time I played the game, I made it to like where you get to the big city, you get to this castle, they give you like some black armor or something. You meet some dude. I made it that far last time. This time I can't get past this Griffin guy, like telling me to go kill this thing. I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I definitely agree. Like, well, when it came to the second one, I had to push through it, and I'm glad I did because I got hooked on it. In the third one, I'll tell you, like when I played it, I was like, okay, this game's good. Like, but what actually like hit me where this game was like probably game of the year. Why it won game of the year was when you go to this island called Skellige.
Yes.
And when you go to Skellige, like the tone, everything changed. The music hits you. I was like, oh my god, like. That was one of the games I actually...
How far in the game is that?
How far is that? 10 hours
It's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler or anything in it, but it's like a level requirement. So
no,
like,
but how far do I have to... How long do I have to play?
I don't know, because like you have to be a certain level to go there, because every monster will mess you up if you are under level, right?
Yeah.
But once you get there, man, I actually like I didn't move my mouse, I didn't move anything. I just sat there, like listened, watched like.
So should I play 2 before I play 3?
No.
It'll help. You don't need to. It'll definitely help.
So the thing is, like, I get distracted with other games, and especially online. Like, if I know
what you
my
gotta do,
friends
Alen?
are online, what up?
Delete that fucking Wildlands and get play some Witcher.
True. But no, I do want to try Witcher, but the thing is, just knowing that somebody else is playing FIFA or Wildlands or whatever, I just want to quit and just like, hey, let's play first free kick.
Same there. Yeah.
And if I just go offline and maybe like not know who's on, I think I might be able to
Unplug your
finish
Xbox
it.
from the internet. There you go.
Even then, I still invite you, Alan. So it's
Call you on your phone.
You know what you gotta do, Alan? You got a new feature on your profile. You can go on your profile and put "Do Not Disturb," and even if people send you invites, you don't get them, or messages,
But
you don't get them.
It's not much of like them. It's just me. Like, oh shit, they're playing this.
No, it's us.
Yeah,
We definitely. He's sitting there playing his little game. We'll sitting there like mass text him like, dude, get on.
Turn off your cell phone. Turn on
You
the
gotta
Do
knock
Not
on the door.
Disturb.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
What? I got you.
Open up, it's the police.
I really want to try this game too, though, Alan. I'm with you, man. I see what you're saying, Amar. With like the world is immersive. I could see that. I see it all. I see the people, the city, the world. It looks incredible, but it's just like something about the world. I just can't get into it. And I don't know what it is, because I love the fuck out of Skyrim, dude. I played like 300 hours of Skyrim.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
And
I definitely.
This
see where
game
you're
is like
coming
the
from.
better Skyrim, but I can't get into the combat. Maybe the combat is just too complicated for me.
It takes a little bit.
With the
It probably took me like
spells and the-
8
You know what
hours.
keeps me away from it as well? Because I've had a friend that kind of was telling me the things that he was doing as he was playing, and then like I don't want to like maybe I haven't got it to the chance, like, but you have to look for certain potions or something like that. I didn't get a chance, and that's what keeps me away. I don't want to like
You don't really need to do potions. It helps, but I've definitely I've been playing the game without really using potions. I just eat food. You get food. You press a button and you regain your health.
The food's important. Yeah.
I just feel like crafting and that kind of stuff. Like I really don't want to get into that again. But I guess somebody told me that you do have to craft certain things, like better weapons and whatever, and like you have to fix your swords and
it's cheaper than
stuff.
purchasing them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's cheaper to do it that way.
Yeah. So after like every monster you kill, like a monster drops say like a special bone, right? And to craft like this master weapon, you need that bone. And once you get it, like you know, he said it's a lot cheaper and it's a lot stronger too at majority of the times. But that's like another thing that like kind of that I like is you always have to upgrade your stats, like to higher damage, or like you want to do light armor versus heavy armor. Light armor, your stamina regenerates faster. Heavy armor, you can take more hits.
I think it's up to the character because it seems like you want to get lost into it. I just want to make it as simple as possible.
How
Like,
about turn it on baby mode, Alan, and get in there? I'm gonna do that.
There you
I'm gonna
go.
Turn it to
do I
baby
get a
mode.
pacifier with it?
No, you don't get a
Wah.
pacifier. It's called just the story, right? There's just the story. There's the regular
Yes.
mode, and then there's like the hard mode, and there's like the super hard mode. Whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's like one of the games where I actually like care about the freaking people in it. It's a video game, but I actually care
Story,
like what's
yeah.
happening, you know?
It's like Mass
But-
Effect for me, dude. I fucking
Yes.
love the people in Mass Effect.
Yes. The Turians and all of them,
Yeah,
dude.
man, I got feel bad for you
Orient.
guys. I'm gonna help you. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of lovable characters in The Witcher 3. I think, Mara, I made it about 25 hours in, and then I'm just like, I don't know what happened, but I never found out anything about the baby, so no spoilers, guys.
No spoilers. Don't worry.
Baby dies
Because-
at the end. Baby
Because
dies at
Amar,
the
I
end.
made it to where they went back to the original castle, you know, to where Gerald and the
Moore.
other guy go, and they started talking about the baby and everything, and I think that's as far as I made it, and and I keep wanting to go back to it to find out. What is that thing?
Yeah. It's I know what you mean. I just passed that part not too long ago, but like I said, I'm like 80, 90 hours into it, and I still haven't beaten it. I still haven't finished all the side quests, and I still have all the DLC to finish. So it's like that game is like definitely bang for your buck.
I'm
absolutely
3 hours into it, and I have all the DLC.
Jesus is sleeping.
And all the shit together. Oh, man. Anyways, guys, I got one more game on my list. It's the last game I have. Well, actually, I have 2 games on my list. 3 games on my list. Fuck. My list keeps growing the more I think about the games I played. So I played some more H1Z1 this week. It's Battle Royale. PS4. Battle Royale. It works. It runs really good, 60 frames a second. Like I always say, 60 frames a second is killer, dude, in that game. Yeah. But the map is too big, and the circle closes in too fast. So if you don't have a car in that game, you're going to die. You need a car. That's the meta in that game, is the car. And the last circle, I made it to the last circle last time. Everyone in the last circle had a car and a grenade launcher.
Oh boy.
Everyone had a car
thing, right?
or a grenade
in PUBG,
launcher.
You gotta have the motorcycle or the car, right? That's where we shine.
But in PUBG, at the end of the match, if you're in the car, you're gonna die because people are gonna hear the noise and they're gonna shoot at the car, and the cars blow up fairly easily, or they take a lot of damage. In H1Z1, they don't blow up that easily unless you have like a grenade launcher or something that could shoot at it. So there's that. I mean, it was okay. I mean, and then I was playing squads, right? And then Jesus, being an Xbox gamer, is like, you know what? I need to make friends on the PlayStation. I need to make real friends on here. Make some long-lasting life friendships.
Not like Alen.
On my PlayStation. So I get on there, turn my mic on. I'm doing call-outs, right? I'm like, all right, guys, we got to head over here. Like, there's a guy over there, northeast. I'm doing call-outs and shit. And what do I hear? What does Jesus hear?
Crickets?
Squeakers. What's up, Jesus? They call me Jesus. They don't know how to say Jesus. What's up, Jesus? I'm
like the greased up deaf guy from Family Guy.
Fucking A. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like,
you want to play Roblox
What's
after?
up, dude? What's up, dudes? They're all the people in my team. There's 5 people per squad, I think, or 4. I think there's 5. They're all kids. And they all knew each other. Get into party chat with us, Jesus. I'm like, oh fuck, God. So we got to the last circle. I waited for all of them to die, and I left the party. And I was the last one alive because I was the only one playing with the actual fucking skill. These kids were just like doing donuts in a fucking quad in the middle of the fucking circle. They were just doing donuts in the middle of the map. And they got blown up, of course. None of my teammates got kills. I got like 3 kills. None of them got a kill. And then, we lost because, I got overran because we were playing squads. But, I mean, that's kind of shitty, right? Like,
yeah.
Like, you're trying to play a game, and you're trying to be tactical, and then you get, like, little kids, dude. I'm like, why are you even playing this game, man? Like, shouldn't you be playing, like, Minecraft or something?
Go play Roblox.
Shouldn't you be playing Fortnite? What the fuck's going on right now?
You on Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, what are you doing on here, man? Like, you're 12 years old or something. Get out. They're not even 12. They're probably younger than that. They sound like they were, like, 9 years old, man. And I was like, fuck, this is annoying. But, H1Z1 runs really good. And then I went back to PUBG on the Xbox, and the 30 frames a second almost got me sick. Like,
oh, that difference.
Yeah. Night and day difference, right?
It was a huge difference. Like, because I straight went from like H1Z1, turned off my PS4, turned on my Xbox One, PUBG, boom, boom. Because I missed, like, PUBG, it looks way better than H1Z1. H1Z1 is very simplified, like the way the graphics look, but it runs better. And you get into PUBG, the things look nicer. Everything looks more detailed and nicer, but it runs way shittier. And, like, dude, that frame rate, that fucking choppiness on the 30 frames a second, I was like, this is making me sick. This is horrible. How the fuck? And it takes a while for me to get it. It took a while for me to get adjusted to it. But then once I got adjusted to it, I was doing back, pretty good on PUBG. But, that 30 frames a second, man. They really need to fix that and get that up to 60. I don't know if they ever will. I doubt it. They probably never will.
I hope they don't lock that at 30.
They barely update the PC version.
Yeah.
You know, you think they're gonna go for the Xbox?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad. But yeah, there's that. Other games that I played this week, guys, I want to talk about Infamous Second Son. I bought this the other day for like $7 on the PlayStation sale. It was on PSN for like $8 or $7. I bought it, and that game is pretty good for like an older generation launch title game. Almost, it was almost a launch title. It wasn't really a launch title. It was like the year after launch, but it's good. You get to be evil or good. I'm evil as hell. I'm killing everybody, killing the fuck out of everybody, kicking people in the head, tagging up all the things. You know, because in that game, it's pretty much you're a superhero that has superpowers, and your goal is to like dismantle the military that's taken over Seattle. And so you go around the city and you can blow up the military trucks, you can attack the bases, blow up their bases, and you're like liberating like the area that you're in. It's kind of like liberating that area the more you kill the enemies or whatever. Kind of like Far Cry, pretty much the same kind of style where like you have to liberate the map. And that's the whole point of the game. There's really no main missions. There's like no campaign missions. It's like you get into the city and it's pretty much like free for all. Like, all right, dude, you're here now. Have fun killing all the bad guys. That's it. And like once in a while you get dialogue, and that's really it. Like you just pretty much use your superhero powers to destroy everything, and then
just some good mindless fun.
Yeah, and,
right?
you could either be good or bad. It has like this like good or bad meter where like if you're good, the people will align with you, the people love the superheroes, and the superheroes will get their rights, and the people will support the superheroes, and if you're evil, the people are going to hate the superheroes, but who gives a shit because you have all the power. And I'm like
Mass Effect, right?
Yeah, and I was like, whatever, dude. Like, I'm just gonna be evil. I don't even care. I don't even care. So I'm just killing everybody. Sometimes the soldiers that I'm attacking, they'll surrender. They'll put down their guns really quick and they'll be like, I'm sorry. They put their hands up, and I'm like, kill, boom, I blow their heads up. Like I'm just destroying everybody, killing everybody, blowing up all the tanks that I see around town. The game looks nice. It's really pretty. I mean, it's updated HDR. I think it is from 4K. If not, it's upscaled from 1080p on the PS4 Pro. But it looks good. But yeah, that's Infamous Second Son, dude. You get to tag a lot. You tag a lot of things. Tag everything. That's it. Tag everything.
I had the itch to play a similar game as well. I played that Just Cause 3.
Oh, yeah. I downloaded that on my Xbox.
Nice.
Yeah. Just, it looks terrible on Xbox.
What? Really?
Yeah, it looks awful.
Even on the X?
Even on the X, it
What?
runs shitty. I even have it on PC and it doesn't look that great. Whatever, it just wasn't optimized properly. I think that's why they changed engines for Just Cause 4. And
what
even
graphics card do you use?
I've got the GTX 1060. Yeah.
That's weird.
But I mean, I have a lot of other games. I mean, it looks fine with a 1060. Yeah. But I just wanted to scratch that itch because I love Just Cause 2 so much, and completed that game several times. And it does the trick, I guess. It's your grappling hook and throwing grenades and shooting dudes in the face and kicking them off towers and just. Basically, I guess the thing about this one is just, hey, you're kind of taking over this area, but you have to find all the things from the rebels to, not so much unlock it, but I guess you liberate it and they take it over. And that's pretty much the whole game.
I want to play Just Cause 3 again. I got stuck the last time I played it on my Xbox was when it came out because I bought it on release date, and I got stuck on this level where you go blow up this oil rig area, you blow it up, you set up these bombs, you got to defeat the waves while the bomb is about to go off, then you go out to the next platform, blow up that one, and then at the end of that, a bunch of Apache attack helicopters come in, and that's where I kept dying and I just got stuck. So I deleted the game, but I re-downloaded it this week.
Okay.
I kind of want to check it out again, man.
I guess the fun part is, I was going to say real quick about just like Infamous Second Son, where I was like, okay, I'm going to go do the, it's got like this air base. It's like floating in the air, and where it's got like these like drones, and there's a mission there to do. So on my way there was an oil platform. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go fuck this oil platform up, right? So, and because now you can just have the rockets, you don't even need a plane to fly around, right? So I go over there and like I just had more fun doing that, just blowing dudes up, and they're calling in these big battleships to come in, right? And and they're like, it'll show up like in red where the battleships are gonna drop their missiles on you, and you have to evade them. But you can take the dudes out pretty easy that are on the platform,
It gave me Just Cause kind of gave me the Mercenaries vibe like back in the day. I don't know if you guys ever played it, but
I played
that
it
game. They need to like come up with like a remake or something for that because it's almost like Just Cause 2, but it was like man, that game was.
It was cool. It was always about North Korea, right? Like
yeah,
you get to North Korea and like blow them up and shit. Or you can you can either help the Koreans or you help the North Koreans. You can help the United Nations type people or
the Russian mafia and everything.
The Russians, everything there, and then you just align like, oh, I'll blow some shit up for you, and then you can like send supply drops for me, and then I'll blow some shit for you if you send in the tank for me. Like kind of like making allies with different people.
It's so much fun.
Mercenaries 2 was excellent.
So the first one was fucking fun too, man. Oh, so good. But yeah.
Was it the first one? I can't remember which one was on Xbox 360.
360 was the second one. The first one. I don't know if the first one was on 360. I know it was on the Xbox One, the Xbox original. But yeah.
Yeah, excellent game, and I think that's what led me to the Just Cause series. And I never played Just Cause 1. I know it's on the original Xbox, but might be on 360. Either way, I love 2 and 3, just blowing shit up and, taking over areas is the best part. Grappling up to a helicopter, taking the pilot out, and then taking that helicopter and then just like mini-gunning everybody down below,
So
It's
awesome.
like that. I just get that G.I. Joe commando going,
You're pretty much like the Terminator in that game. You're just an unstoppable killing machine. They can just kill anything like it's in the way.
Or John Matrix from Commando.
Yeah,
Right,
nothing can stop you. You're just going to destroy everybody because you can.
Just a killing machine. Yeah. That's all, guys, for me. What about you, Alan? Anything else?
Sure. Besides FIFA, with Omar and a couple other guys, Wildlands, that's my game. I've been trying to stay in the shooters. That's been kind of keeping me interesting. I even wanted to go back to Destiny. Maybe just because I bought the campaign, the season pass for the not the new one that's coming out that's on pre-order, but the last 2 that's out right now. It was on sale for like $20. But Wildlands is what keeps me satisfied with my shooters. It's one of the best shooters. Like when it comes to realistic multiplayer with 4 versus 4.
Yeah.
That is it. Nothing really. Besides kicking ass in the game. And
yeah, I saw your kills you got. You showed me that picture, but you still lost. That's crazy that your team could not help you out on that,
I know it wasn't Amar's fault, but it's just something that's it's like one of those games where you actually have a good game, but the objective at the end it's what matters. It's not how many kills I can save or it's just the objective. It was an uplink mode, and
it's that mode that's fun where you're out there and your buddy's like, hey, there shouldn't be anybody around my body. Come pick me up. Nah, man, I can't. Nah, man, I'm kind of in recon mode right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's like one of those modes.
Now come get me up.
It's one of those games where it's like it's a numbers game. If you have 2 versus 4, it's going to be really harder for you to win. But also the time limit kind of saved us, 8 minutes. And if you can, win on your own, just kind of hide and trying to survive. That game, I honestly, Amar knows how many times I said when I get into it, I love this game. Just because it's perfect when it comes to the gameplay, when it comes to the teamwork, when it comes to the weapon selections, and the environments is just beautiful. I can't find I can't get back into Call of Duty or even PUBG or anything else when it comes to any game that's similar to it. Like when it comes to realistic shooter, I mean, this is really, really one of my favorite games. Shut up, Jesus.
Oh, you're kind of going chappy on me, man. That's all I'm saying. Like
Oh, my bad.
turn off your fucking Xbox.
He's playing it right now.
No. But that is all. I haven't played much games. It's just the usual. That's why I kind of feel bad coming to the show because I got nothing else new to say. That's why I was like, bring Amar on.
It's cool, man. It's all right. You're fine.
All good.
If you stop playing fucking shooters and play The Witcher, maybe you have something nice to say about The Witcher.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, Alan.
Xbox
I will
Airplane
match
mode.
you. How many hours you put in Witcher, I will play as well.
Okay. All right. We'll see who plays them. By the end of this week, we'll see who puts more hours into The Witcher. We'll see.
All right, how about this?
Alan calls his boss. He's like, "Hey, I need this week off."
I'm going to call you Omar. Can you do this all over again?
Got
yeah,
black curtains
But
up.
that's
you know?
all I've been playing, honestly, guys.
Awesome. What about you, Omar?
Well, I've been playing this game that's kind of notorious. That's called the PTSD Simulator, Rising Storm 2,
PTSD
Vietnam.
Simulator?
It's like a super realistic Vietnam shooter. So like one shot, you're basically dead, kind of game. So like there's different roles that you fulfill. You got to take these objectives. You can play as like the North Vietnamese army. You can play as like the Marines army. Australians and all that, but that's basically it. I mean, you can fly helicopters. It's like Battlefield Vietnam, except like really hardcore.
Realistic.
Yeah. So if like you get shot in the leg, then you have to use your bandage, otherwise you'll bleed out and die. But if you run out of the bandage, then you're SOL unless you go resupply. You can call in artillery strikes, napalm strikes and stuff, and yeah, it's a pretty awesome game. I definitely would recommend if people like that realistic kind of shooters to try it out, but only on PC, unfortunately. But that's on. Yeah, it's basically it.
Yeah, I would look that up, but my Steam's not actually working right now.
Oh no, what's going on with it?
You know what it's been doing? Like for the last couple weeks, like when you go to search in store, nothing auto-populates for some reason. Like it doesn't actually like say if I type in cities, it'll be like, oh, you want like there's like 5 games that'll pop up. So it's like constantly thinking. I don't know.
Have you tried
been doing
reinstalling it?
I haven't done that in probably a year. Do you think I should?
You know, as they say in IT crowd, have you tried turning it off and on again, right?
Yeah, well, I do that. Like I'll quit out of it. I'll come back. And
nothing.
like I think it kind of works from there, but yeah, there might be something corrupt in the file because it's been like that for a while, and I do have good internet, so it can't be that.
Yeah, I would try definitely like just reinstalling it because a lot of those games are on iCloud or say iCloud, so you won't really lose any like saved data or anything. Just might have to reinstall the games, but
Yeah, that's what I was concerned about. Like, if I have to reinstall stuff, but it's not like I'm playing a huge variety of games in there.
Yeah.
I'm playing my indie games, Jesus. That's what I'm doing on my PC.
See, this is the way that I say it. Try it. If it doesn't work, blame Alan. That's what I do.
Yeah. Alan said to do it, and now I
I'm
can't
used to
bring
that.
it back up. Anyway, is Jesus frozen on the screen? Oh, no, he's good. He's good. Okay. All right. He's like statue and stuff over here, guys, for the audio listeners.
So, okay, I got one more game, guys, but I want to talk about this. I think I'm going to talk about this next week when Ryan comes back. If he comes back next week, because I know he's been playing it too. It's called Moonlighter. It's a pretty cool little game where you run like a little shop, and then during the nighttime you can go into like this dungeon, and that's procedurally generated. But there's actually an end level to the dungeon, and there's actually a boss in the dungeon. And each boss unlocks, like, he'll drop the key for the next dungeon. There's 5 different dungeons. But what you do is you go into these dungeons and you're killing the enemies, right? Pretty simple. You press A to attack. Holy fuck, that plane is loud. But you press A to attack. You can block with X. You can do these little dodges. And you have different types of enemies that'll pop up on the screen. Every time you go through a door, the room looks different. And it'll be, even though you've been there before, it'll be completely different this time. And it'll have new enemies, new types of abilities that they're using, etc. You have to kind of like learn how to fight the different types of enemies. But they drop things, and then at the end of the night, whenever you reach a maximum limit of what the stuff you can carry, which I think is like 25 items, because you carry 5 on the character and 20 in your backpack, you can press B to either open up a portal that'll put up a door, like a portal door in the room that you're in. So next time you want to just spawn into that room, or you can go all the way from the beginning of the dungeon and start all over again. It's up to you, really. But it costs money. So like to open up a portal, it's like 1,500 gold. But you can just teleport back for like 200 gold. So it's up to you what you want to do. And it kind of, the incentive is to set up the portal so you can reach the end of the dungeon and beat the boss one of the nights. You know what I mean? So when you go back to town, it's daytime, and you go into your shop, and you can sell the stuff that you looted in the dungeon, like the stuff that the enemies dropped when you kill them. You can put that stuff for sale in your shop. And like sometimes the people go in there and, you know, you have like a stick, and you say, I want to sell that stick for 20 gold. And they're like, a fucking stick for 20 gold, and they don't buy it. You know, they're like, oh no, they're not going to buy it. So you you can adjust the prices on the fly. And so you're like, all right, I'll sell it to $10. And they're like, all right, $10, perfect price. Boom. And they buy it for $10. And then like, you know, like there was this one, like there's a few items that I know that I've put on there that I sold them way too cheap. Because they'll like have little emoticons. And like one of them is like little eyes that light up like gold coins, and they're all smiling because they found a really good deal. So like then you have to increase the price of that. So you're gonna have to gauge, you know. So like one thing, I sold it for like $10, and it was a steal. So I raised it up to like $25, and it was still a steal. I raised it up to $50. It was still a steal. I raised it up to $75. It was still a steal. I'm like, what the fuck? I raised it up to $300, and it was still a steal. I was like, whoever bought that thing for $10 is one lucky motherfucker, because he paid me 10 coin for like a thing that cost like 500 coin. So yeah, I mean,
now is there a chance that you're going to find that same item again? And
yeah.
Will it show? Will it even show like how much? Like, hey, this was sold for 300 the last time. Does it kind of help you in that way?
It does. So like, you know, say like a certain item is selling for really high because it's really wanted. It's a very high demand at the moment. You can flood the market. You can put a bunch of it out on your shelves and flood the market, and it'll bring the price down. So like you're gonna have to watch that, because like for example, glasses. I was selling glasses for like 100 coin, but then all of a sudden, their demand went down a lot. Their popularity went down a lot. They were like very low popularity. So then now I couldn't sell them for 100. I had to sell them for like 75 to get people to buy them. So you're gonna have to constantly adjust prices. You can hold stuff back and not sell it. You just hoard it in your chest until the prices go up again. And you decide, all right, I'm going to sell them eventually, but not right now. And you can just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. And then eventually the prices will go back up, and then you sell them. But your chests do have a limited space. You have like certain, like 2 different chests in my shop right now. And I'm wondering if I can upgrade it to get more in there. Because I know you can upgrade the shop, but it costs a lot of coin. It costs like 80,000 coin to upgrade the shop. You can unlock a bank where you invest your money into the bank, and the bank will actually make money off the money you deposit into the bank. You can unlock a witch, and she'll craft potions for you, so you can go into the dungeon and use these potions that'll give you like health or restore your health. You can unlock a blacksmith, and if you bring certain stuff back from the dungeons for him, he'll craft you better armor, he'll craft you a helmet, he'll craft you a better sword, a better breastplate, etc. Better
these
shield.
like active quests, or
yeah, these are different
like
things. These are extra things you can do. You can like invest into the town. Mm-hmm. You can invest in your shop, and you can invest in the town. So you invest in the shop. You can say, I want to open up a blacksmith. I'll invest 500 coin. So then now you can go use the blacksmith in the town and be like, hey dude, I need you to make me something. And he'll be like, well, you need this, this, and this. Now you can set that as your wish list. So when you're in the dungeon and you collect something it'll have like a little star next to it. So make sure you don't sell that. You're going to need that for whatever's on your wish list. It's on some kind of wish list. So it's a lot of stuff like that. The game it's very nice. The art style is pretty cool. And then the music, it is soothing. At first I didn't like the music, but like now I'm into the music. Like every time I go into the dungeon, I'm digging the music, man. I'm like, oh, I'm in the dungeon. Time to kill the enemies. And you get into it, man. You get into it. It's incredible. It's an amazing game. I like it a lot. Moonlighter, guys, check it out. I know when Ryan gets back, we're probably going to talk about it and give it an in-depth review, because he's probably played it a lot more than I have. I know he has for a fact, because he was playing it for like weeks before I was.
Yeah, and I know Scott Clark for the Video Game Outsider said he's put like 20 hours into the game, and he's only been into the first dungeon so far.
Yeah, because it said the dungeon is procedurally generated, so every night you go back in there, the room that you thought you were going into is like completely different. It's like a whole different set of enemies, and then sometimes like you'll walk into a room and the door behind you locks, so you have to defeat all the enemies before it unlocks again. So you're stuck in there till you kill all the guys, and it gets hard, man. And like if you die in the dungeon, you can respawn in the dungeon, but all the stuff you were carrying is gone.
Oh no! Is there a way you can get it back if you go back to the body where you died, or is it just?
I don't know if you can. I don't think you can because, like I said, every time you respawn in the dungeon, it's a new dungeon.
Oh,
so everything's like, different again. It's really weird. So I don't think you can get the stuff back. You just lose it. So it's like a risk you're running, right? Like, one more door. Should I go through that door? Or I have 20 health left. Should I risk going through that door? And like. Sometimes you're like, fuck it, I'm going to risk it. Then you go in there and there's like 20 enemies in there. They're all coming after you. Like, oh, fuck it, you can't get out because the door is locked behind you. You got to kill them all and then they're killing you. But you might have a few potions on you. So you're like, oh, I'll take these 2 potions right now. Restore my health up to 80. Have a better chance to go in there. Then you go in there and then, yeah, you turn out pretty good. But it's an amazing game. And just want to give a big shout out to 11-Bit Studios. Because they gave me a review code for the game. I don't know about Ryan. I don't know if he bought it or not, but they actually sent me a review code for it, and that's pretty incredible. I don't know how much the game costs. I'm assuming it's like $20 on Xbox and Steam, if not cheaper. And if it's cheaper than that, dude, I recommend it highly because it's a good little time, dude. Like you got like your dungeon, you got your management, your shop, and you gotta pay attention to all that. It's a pretty cool little game. It's a pretty cool little game.
Cool. Yeah, I'll check that out. It's on because I know he's got the game. So.
Mm-hmm. So there's that. That's it. That's it for me, guys. That's all I have. What about you, Gunny?
Just more Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battles, and what else did I play? Currently right now I'm playing the Octopath Traveler demo on the Switch. And yeah, so just kind of started that, just checking that out. So maybe I'll talk more about that next week. I think it's like a 3-hour demo you get free. 3 hours of gameplay.
How's the Mario Rabbids Kingdom? Is it?
It's really good. I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
So it was just like XCOM basically meets Mario and the Rabbids.
Yes.
That's awesome. Wish I had exclusives, man. I need to get Switch now.
That's what I saw. I knew when I first saw that gameplay when that first came out. I was like, I have to get this. I need us to play this. And so I haven't. I've been pretty happy with it so far. So just getting into the second act of it now. Partway through it. It's cool.
How about you, Alan?
What was the question? No, that's all I've been playing actually. I don't want to bore you guys with my FIFA skills and what I've been doing with FIFA, but that's all I've been playing.
I'll pick you up later. All right.
Oh, what did Gunny say?
Oh, hey, Alan, I do have a question for you because I know, you're always on Xbox and stuff like that, but any other FIFA games that you're playing on mobile?
No, there was one like a superhero. I forgot what was it, but it was just like one of those like a swipe for pass and swipe for shoot, and then as the ball travels, players travel, and then when you get the ball, everybody stops, and then you gotta kind of work and pass around that situation that's on the phone. It was a fun game, but it's like one of those like you get a couple of tries, and then if you fail, you have to either buy more tries or wait a couple of hours, and this kind of pissed me off, so I just never played it again.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how much you were into FIFA and how, like if you led outside of the Xbox.
I tried also the Pro Evolution Soccer. It's just not my style. I'm just too used to FIFA. I just like the gameplay of FIFA. Nothing against Pro Evolution Soccer. It's just FIFA's my thing. It's just I'm so used to all the modes that are in there, and the gameplay itself is just I consider better. Every time I play FIFA, I say I hate this game, but just because something goes the way against me, I guess.
Yeah.
That makes me kind of want to hate it, or I call it some kind of bullshit or whatever. But the game's fun. What I tried from Pro Evolution Soccer, I didn't like at all. It just the passing and everything else just wasn't the same like what I'm used to in FIFA. Amar, I'm sure he plays Pro Evolution or he tried it. And,
yeah. When I had my PlayStation, I had Pro Evolution and I loved it. I actually played it more than FIFA just because I didn't play online or anything. I just did like seasons and stuff. And it's for me personally, I like the shooting better. I like the ball movement because it's a very like build up kind of game. Whereas FIFA is just like take the ball, run, and hopefully you'll score. That's just my opinion. I mean, I just liked it better.
The fuck is not. But
Alan, just go ahead and try to play any, and we'll talk.
See, that's why I brought it up. I just wanted to hear you guys argue about it.
You can't say that. The thing is, in FIFA, it's a completely different gameplay. That's what it is. It's just the passing, the way, like how long you have to hold the button on passes and how they receive the ball. Pro Evolution Soccer does look good on cutscenes, but another thing is like the game looks like belongs to 64 or something, like Nintendo 64.
It's weird because they you would think on like PC they would be a little better, but it's the same port that it had on the, I think, the last year's console or last generation's consoles, like the 360 version on the PC, and it's really bizarre because on PlayStation it's like the best. I assume maybe it's a Japanese like Konami thing. I don't know, but on PES you actually get to do mods on the consoles, which is nice. People always complain that on PES they don't have a license to get the actual teams and the jerseys. But if you download the mod, you can get everything you want. And
yeah, but that's the thing. It's like one of those things. I don't want to like download the mod to actually have a current team's name or a jersey or like it's just that's something I'm paying $60 for a game. I want that in the game. I don't need to download any mods or fuck up my achievements or whatever. I don't know. Like nothing against Pro Evolution. That's just my opinion. Just the gameplay is different.
No, for sure. You still can't beat me in any though.
Jump on right now.
Come at me, man. Let's go. 1v1.
But yeah,
Jesus.
Go ahead, Jesus. Yeah.
Get at him. Right. We're done with our game talk here. Our FIFA talk.
Oh, we're done.
Oh, Jesus had us on mute. He was
Oh
smoking.
man.
He's playing Witcher.
We even got some Pro Evolution Soccer.
Fuck. Yeah, FIFA talk. Oh man.
The game of the year.
Let me just turn the mute back on.
But do we have any more games, guys? No. Okay.
No.
Guess it's time for news, but first, let's take a quick break because I need it and you need it. We all need it. Musical break coming right now. We'll be back after the music. See you guys on the other side of this musical break.
We'll be right back.
And we're back from that musical break. Hope you enjoyed the music, guys and girls. Let's get into the news. Lots of news this week. GunnyChief, we have lots of news, dude. Lots of news. Speaking of news, we got some Halo news. Big Halo news. 343 Industries has officially announced Showtime's Halo TV series. Yeah. So pretty much the new details of the show haven't been confirmed. Before, when the series was announced back in 2013, I believe, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I think that's when it was announced originally. Directors like Steven Spielberg were also attached to the project, but at this point it is unknown if Steven Spielberg will actually be a part of the project. But 343 confirmed that they were working with Showtime Entertainment, so that is the Showtime channel on your TV. and it'll be exclusive to Showtime. So you get to watch Halo's new TV show on there. They're shooting for a 2019 production schedule, so it might not even be out till 2020 or maybe late 2019, depending on how fast they could make the episodes and edit them and do all that stuff. But this is what 343 said. They said, quote, "We are working with some incredible talent to bring you an epic new story experience set in the Halo universe. Showtime brings its powerful legacy of experience in building stories for premium cable, and together with Emblem Television and legendary storyteller Steven Spielberg, we have been gracious partners in helping put together the right creative team to bring Halo to television. We are thrilled to have experienced showrunner like Kyle Killen and blockbuster director Rupert Wyatt on board, both of whom bring their own flavor of vision, intelligence, and voice to Halo. We're ready in the pre-production phase, and we plan to go into full production by 2019. So, I guess Steven Spielberg is part of the project too. I mean, probably writing the stuff, right, for them.
Yes.
I think it'll be cool. I really liked. I don't know if you guys ever watched that Forward Until Dawn.
I watched the first episode.
That shit was
right.
Cool,
it was like
man.
a 3-parter or something like that.
It was like a 3 or 4-part episode. You probably find that on. Isn't it on Netflix or something?
Yeah.
The full thing, it's like an hour and a half for like the full movie on Netflix. It was pretty cool. It was well done. I thought it was really interesting how, because it does look like Halo. Like, in that one it was wasn't that like kids training to be Spartans or something like that?
Yeah, they were definitely all very young adults.
They were all young kids, like in the training, right, for the Spartans or whatever.
I think they were training. It was just a Marine base.
Yeah.
And yeah, I definitely love that show. And if they can get that mood and tone right, just like they did with the show, it'd be perfect.
Totally, yeah. And I thought the way they did it for that show, it was well done. I mean, they had everything there like that. The way they looked, their uniforms, they all look fucking cool. So I think they could do a really good job with it. I just kind of disappointed that it's Showtime.
I'll be like, that's my first thought was, okay, Microsoft's got money. Why are they? I don't know. It just, yeah, I don't know why they would choose Showtime. Not to put Showtime down or anything, but
I don't like Showtime.
Why not?
I don't like Showtime. I prefer HBO, man.
Yeah, do they
Netflix
have a big audience? Are they bigger than HBO, or is it just going to be a timed exclusive thing to Showtime? Before it hits the Netflix and the YouTubes, or are they just going to keep that in their library of videos?
Maybe they didn't want to do a deal with Netflix, because I think Netflix would have been able to do it much faster than Showtime. Showtime's been working on this for, like I said, like about 4 years now, 5 years now, and it seems like they're barely getting to like get it done. I wonder if it was like something on Microsoft's end. 343 Studios didn't know what the fuck they were doing with the story, or Steven Spielberg doesn't know anything about Halo, and they told him he needs to play all the Halos before he writes a story. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, it could be plenty of different things. But there's that. So if you're excited for that, I am, and I think it'll be cool. I might just sign up for Showtime for like, you know how you can like download the Showtime Go app and pay like $15 a month. I might just do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Or maybe I'll switch.
I think it should have been on Netflix.
No, that's what I'm saying. It would have been more popular, right? Like more people have Netflix than Showtime.
Yeah, just because of that. Because even the Showtime or what's the other one, HBO. I don't care about getting on HBO or just for like one show, I guess.
Well, HBO. The reason I have it is because I have it through my cable, like this bundled. They give me like a discount if I have it, or I get to pick one channel if like one of those that I like. So I always pick HBO because of Game of Thrones, because of Westworld, because of the movies they have on there. Sometimes they're really good.
What does Showtime even have? Like, I mean,
don't they have that show called Ballers with like The Rock in it? They have that, don't they?
Do they have Vikings or something like that?
Vikings.
I thought that was History Channel.
That's on Hulu. I know Vikings is on Hulu because I've seen it on there all the time.
Okay, that's Hulu thing.
I don't know what other shows Showtime has, man. I mean, to me, it seems like HBO has the big hitters, right?
Yeah.
They have the main ones. They have like the popular fucking killer ones. I don't see anybody really always like. I don't see anybody talking about Ballers when it comes like back into like, oh guys, the fucking new Ballers episode is coming out. Like no one gives a shit. But when fucking Game of Thrones comes on, dude, everybody's talking about Game of Thrones.
Right.
Yeah.
What is this Game of Thrones?
Oh, you gotta watch Game of Thrones, dude. It's fucking good, man. It is fucking good.
What happens is...
See,
I'm not
no,
gonna
actually,
spoil it.
I
I'm
actually
not gonna
watched
spoil it.
Game of Thrones. I just haven't seen the last 2 seasons.
If Alan can't focus on The Witcher, how do you expect him to sit through Game of Thrones?
Exactly, right? Pay attention to all the characters.
Yeah, how did you do
You
that,
know what the
Alan?
problem is? Like, I watched Game of Thrones as I was playing FIFA, like, multitask. And
Yeah.
I don't
and then
worry.
the last season or the last 2 I have to rewatch because,
I'm so hyped, dude. I'm hyped
Right
as
up your
fuck
head.
for the new season comes out next year. That sucks. They have to wait a whole year and a half for it. Oh, fuck. That's so lame.
I'll go back. Which show are we talking about now?
Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay, they're bringing it back?
Well, the last season comes out next year. They were supposed to be out this summer, but they had like some leaks or whatever. Like someone leaked the script or something. So they had like to rewrite everything.
Why?
They changed it all.
I
Because
don't want to spoil it.
they don't want to spoil it, right? Like, yeah, that's the whole point. Yeah, they want people to be hyped for it. They want people to like not know.
I mean, if there's a leak, just don't read it.
I mean, people have read the book, so they kind of know how it ends. But the people that haven't read the books, they want a good story, bro. Fucking story, man. Want to know what happens with the White Walkers and all those motherfuckers?
Yes.
Oh god, dude, that's when you go on Reddit and just go on like this rabbit hole of like
Yeah.
theories and everything, man.
This will happen, and Jon Snow is related to this person, and this
Yeah.
person is related to
If you
this
read the
person.
first chapter, the word "the" is repeated 6 times, so 6 is the number that we're looking at.
Yeah, totally, dude. That's all
I'm not
Game of
going
Thrones.
down that
Fucking
rabbit hole.
Reddit.
No, thank you, Reddit.
Oh man, guys, let me talk to you about Temtem. Temtem is a massive multiplayer creature collection adventure. Temtem will be on the Nintendo Switch, Steam, PS4, and Xbox One. And you can now support them on Kickstarter.com. Temtem is a game that looks a lot like Pokemon. It's like Pokemon, pretty much. That's all. That's all it is. You're gonna let me read the description they have here on Kickstarter. This is: every kid dreams about becoming a Temtem tamer, exploring the 6 islands of the airborne archipelago. How do you say that? Archipelago.
Archipelago?
Whatever.
Oh, Arch.
Yes. Discovering new species and making good friends along the way. Now it's your turn to embark on an epic adventure and make those dreams come true. Catch new Temtem on what the fuck? What's up with these words? Omninacious floating islands. Battle other tamers on the sandy beaches of Denise, or trade with your friends in Tukmak's ash-covered fields. Defeat the ever-annoying clan Bel Soto and end its plot to rule over the archipelago, whatever the fuck you guys said earlier. You beat all the 8 dojo leaders and become the ultimate Temtem tamer.
Dem.
Temtem. It looks just like Pokemon. Like, how's Pokemon not sued these guys? It looks...
Yeah, well, it's not a thing yet, right? Because it's just kind of showing us a short little...
Dude, it looks just like... I'm looking at the video they have here, the
It
trailer.
does,
It looks
yeah.
like Pokemon with, like, different graphics. Like... But it looks just like it.
Yeah.
Like you're running through the...
I definitely see a lawsuit in order, but hey, they better watch out because this game...
They'll switch up the way the Pokemons, not the Pokemon, the Temtems, the way they attack each other, the way they look, the abilities they have. They'll do something stupid where they'll get away with it, but it has a Kickstarter. It's been backed already, so like the goal was $70,000, and it's up to $456,000.
Wow.
42 hours to go,
I like
guys.
the pledge. You can pledge $1 more, but you won't receive a copy of the game. But you'll be kept in the loop, and we'll send you an email for updates.
Oh boy! Yeah, they have a bunch of Pokemons, not Temtems. Sorry, they have their abilities here. They have neutral, fire, water, nature, electric, earth, mental, wind, digital, melee, crystal, and toxic.
You had mental, Jesus.
And it comes with 3 different games.
You can breed the Temtems to create new eggs to bring new Temtems to life. And it will have a story campaign. And be a massive multiplayer online game. And you can play co-op. It says your fully co-op compatible campaign. And you, oh wait, guys, you can also build your own house and decorate it and put furniture in it. And customize your character. Oh man, I'm getting more into it.
I'm gonna stop playing ESO online and start, playing this.
Might have to leave this podcast right now and just go pledge myself to this company.
Temtem.
Give me all the Temtems.
Alan, go pledge for $350 more. You can play the beta.
Well, you won't get the game. You'll just get stayed in loop.
Yeah.
No.
You'll get some more screenshots and wallpaper.
Yeah, they have their own music creator here. I mean, it's kind of crazy. They have a lot of things going on for them. I wonder if this will be crossplay between certain platforms. Like, can I play this with my friend on the Switch or on the phone? Well, no, it's not coming to phone, right? But can I play this on like people with like a Switch or Steam? Can crossplay? I mean, it's going to be an MMO. I wonder if that's the route they're going for, but I don't know. It's not confirmed.
Yeah, are they kind of going with the mobile? They'll probably go mobile first, right? That's where the market is for these types of games. And I think there needs to be...
Is this a mobile game?
No, it's a straight up Xbox, PS4, Steam, Switch game.
No.
Huh.
Yeah.
I
don't know. PS4 is going to throw a wrench into the whole thing about crossplay.
Crossplay, yeah.
Trigger.
Jeez.
Hold on, aren't they excited about trying it now?
About what?
PS4?
What about them?
Excited about what?
Trying out the crossplay?
No. I don't know.
Okay.
Really.
I didn't check Twitter all day yesterday, so who knows what their... But I'm sure their stance is still no.
Yeah.
They do crossplay, right? I mean, I don't think we
With
ever
PC,
did mention that, but...
Well, they do with PC and phone. But, yeah. And another news, Nintendo may be working on a new 3DS, or they're trying to find the successor for the 3DS. That's what they're saying. The president of Nintendo said that they're kind of looking at how to replace the 3DS. You don't need to replace it, guys. You got the Switch. What are you doing, man? What the fuck are you doing?
Exactly.
It's like...
But it was so successful, right?
Yes.
What would they change?
Yeah,
what would they change in the 3DS?
Yeah, what are you changing that? It's already 3D and shit. Like,
and as far
4D.
I don't follow everything
4D.
But maybe they just need a bigger screen or something faster, better processor, and keep it still where you can play the 2D games or the 3DS games,
There you
or
go.
just maybe like something newer, something bigger, something better. Because my nephew just got the Switch, and I do like the feeling of the device. If they can have the similar device that can play some of these older games, that would be perfect. I'll actually buy it.
Or you know what they could do is like they do with this old like SNES consoles and NES consoles, where they have like a bunch of games like programmed into it. Come out with like all of the old Game Boy Advance games, and like put it in like like a new 3DS will come with them in, because I'm sure the files are not that big, won't take up that much space. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. There's no word though. I mean, that's pretty much all the president said. Like, yeah, we're looking to replace it somehow, some way. We don't know how yet, but we will eventually, hopefully. Another Nintendo.
Jesus?
What?
I was going to mention real quickly, Jesus, that they just have they had a new iteration for the 2DS last year. So I guess it is the 3DS's turn.
Yeah, it is, and then it'll be the Switch's turn because I think it keeps getting hacked. Let's talk about that right now. Nintendo Switch news. In Super Mario Odyssey, they added that balloon mode. Well, some people are finding pornographic images in their game. That's right, people. Bringing news to you. On the Nintendo Switch subreddit, there was a post from a Reddit user showing photos of porn on the Nintendo Switch, warning parents to disable the online connectivity to the console. And pretty much, for now, the spread of the pornographic images appears to be limited to Super Mario Odyssey and the game's Luigi Balloon World mode. pretty much in Luigi's Balloons world, you can hide balloons around the map, and then when someone goes up to the thing to do like the challenge to like, oh, find the balloons, it'll show like your profile picture on the screen, right? Like who hid the balloon, whatever, who found the last balloon, or who is on the leaderboard or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, some people are putting porn on there because, according to somebody else, some person bought a Switch on eBay. It was listed as broken, so he bought it, and it was actually a dev kit. And he figured out how to hack it and use it. And he pretty much released the person who bought this. It is not confirmed that he did it, but somehow, the fucking the software, the firmware to be able to like unlock the system and mod it and everything got leaked onto the internet shortly after this person went to Reddit and people were telling him what to do with the software. Like things like, you should release that so we can learn how to hack this better.
Dude, I'm sorry, but that's hilarious to me. Like, I can just imagine, like, little Timmy, like, by opening up his Switch, playing the game, like, Mommy, what's that?
Oh, can you imagine how pissed off Aries would be, dude?
That's not a red balloon. That's a snatch.
Daddy, I want to go on that ride. Me too, son.
Yeah.
Pretty much, installing the dev menu seems pretty simple, though it requires custom firmware. Currently, there's not much that Switch owners can do with the dev menu outside of modifying their avatars, which is what they're doing. That's how they're putting those pictures on there, right? Like they're modifying their pictures. Though that may change as hackers spend more time with it. It could lead to easier software piracy. Pretty much, Nintendo has not said anything about that. They're having a lot of problems with the Switch being hacked and hackable. They are. They're just having a lot of problems with it. And a lot of the problems stem from it being like a hardware problem, not a software problem. Well, some of it is a hardware problem. And at this point, you've sold how many Switches? Like, you can't do a recall, and you can't... I guess the only thing you can do is fix the hardware problem and like let the old ones kind of sell out and then put out the new ones with the fix, on them. It's just... Nintendo has been plagued with that lately with the Switch. It's been having lots of issues with it being hackable and stuff. So we'll see what happens with that system. It could turn out to be like a system that everybody wants because it's easily hackable, man.
Yeah, we'll see. Let me know and I'll mod mine. Yeah.
You probably could, Gunny. You probably could. You probably got one of the...
I'll watch that, Gunny.
Oh, man. In other news, OpenAI's bot has beat a human at video games last year. Now it will take on 5 humans at once. Dun, dun, dun. If Skynet isn't almost here, it's about to happen, guys. Elon Musk created a robot software called OpenAI, which is an AI that knows how to beat humans at video games. Last year it beat a person. I forgot what game they were playing, but it beat one person. But this year with Dota 2, it'll play against 5 people. It'll play against an esports team. 5 esports players will play against this machine. And this machine is going to have to react to their moves before, it's going to have to react to their moves as they make them, because it will not be able to see the entire map. It's going to only react to what the players are doing to it. And people are going to see if it could beat them. It's kind of interesting. I mean...
We can't beat the machines.
Beat the machines.
You gotta join them, man.
I can beat them. I beat Jesus. I can beat...
Jesus is a bot. That's what it is.
Am I a robot, guys? Oh, man. But, yeah, I mean, it says here that some people have been playing against the OpenAI robot for a bit now, for a few months now. And people say that they could beat it. They could beat it. If it's more than one person, the robot kind of freaks the fuck out and doesn't know what to do.
Self-destructs.
But yeah, I mean, at first they said they were able to beat the bot in up 10 to 15 minutes. And then the matches started taking 20 minutes to beat him. Then they started taking 45 minutes to beat him. And now it's going to be an hour to beat it. Dun, dun, dun. Pretty much the robot
evolving.
Yeah, the robot it's not programmed by people. It's a self-learning AI, so it learns by itself, by things that it does and things that happen to it. So it's learning how people play and how good players are and what they do and its strategies to the game. So I guess these people have been kind of testing it, like teaching it a little bit of, how to play Dota. So by the time he plays the esports players, he'll stand a chance. The robot will stand a chance against the humans. That's fucking crazy, man.
It is. Think about that. That it's,
It's just a machine, right? Like, it's just a machine, dude. So there's like a bunch of code, software in the fucking computer somewhere that's doing all that.
I just get that. I always just come back to that old movie from Lawnmower Man. It's just going to start taking over. Like, it'll just, like, swallow up the whole convention center and just wrap everybody in, like, electrical wires and, like you said, Skynet starts. Be sick.
Fucking Skynet.
Well, you said Elon Musk created it, right?
Yes.
Came up with the AI, right?
Yep.
I'm not surprised. Elon Musk is a freaking genius. Like,
he is. What he did with those rockets and with the cars and everything. And
motherfucker's an alien, I think.
Markerberg.
Yeah, they're both lizard people.
World.
What the hell are you?
Fucking lizard people from other planets that come here.
Crab people.
In other news, guys, Amy Hennig has finally announced that she actually no longer works for EA. Before, it was kind of like rumored that they were in talks with her or whatever. She pretty much said, like, look, I left the company back in January. I've actually opened up my own studio, and I plan to employ about 6 to 8 people at most, 15 at most. She's going to start with 6 to 8, maybe 15 at most. And they're going to do some more projects, like some VR stuff, is what she said. But yeah. She says that other game that she was working on is completely dead. Like, it's done. Like, the shit's fucking canned.
Amy was from Naughty Dog, right?
She was. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She was working on that Star Wars game for EA, that single-player game. That got canned.
13, yeah.
Man.
Not 1313. It was codename Ragtag. That's what it was, codename. But it was not 1313. She said it was a completely different story, but one of the reasons why executives at EA canned her project and her whole studio division was because they said it was too linear.
Interesting.
To each their own, right?
Yeah, she said she has no hard feelings towards the EA executives. She's like, they're still my friends, but I no longer work for them, and fuck them, pretty much.
Hey, no hard feelings, but go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and hey, she had some pretty harsh words to say about, what they did with Battlefield, or,
the loot box craze.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some more news here. Fortnite. If you've been watching Fortnite recently, there was going to be a rocket launch today, and it already happened.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
The rocket has launched, Gunny. Apparently, what it did was it made a big crack in the sky. What does that even mean? No one even knows. No one knows, bro.
Then it, came up through the lake, then it went, out the other side of the map through making another crack in the sky.
So it's a bunch of cracks in the sky, and yeah, people don't know what it even means anymore. What does that even mean? No one knows. But
200 people.
Last time there was a comet coming towards the map, and it was Thanos on a fucking comet.
Oh yeah, so who could it be?
Everybody with that, man. Everybody was coming with a calculation, well, if it hits here at this speed, at this impact, and it just turns out it was Thanos.
Yeah.
Thor is coming.
Silver Surfer.
Something to do with spaceships and space. Maybe it's going to be the Avengers coming back into Fortnite, and you have to fight them.
Oh man,
I don't know.
that would be sweet. I'd probably play that game.
Who knows? Well, they could do a partnership with anybody at this point. They make so much fucking money. They could do a partnership with anything they want to.
Pornhub.
Speaking of money, they made over $350 million last month.
They did. That's crazy.
Yeah.
How do you make 350 million on a free game? Well,
sell skins.
Yeah.
No, it's dance.
Yeah. Sad. Crazy
Doing
shit.
a lot better than PUBG is, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, PUBG is not doing so hot, guys.
Shut up.
Usually what
Whoa,
tells us to shut up.
whoa. Whoa, guy. I mean, calm down.
In a good way.
Let's see here. In other news. State of Decay news. State of Decay has gotten its first new DLC pack on the Xbox One
yay.
and PC.
Are you going to play it this week, Jesus?
It's called the Independence Pack. It's available for purchase right now, and it gives players access to an assortment of patriotic items and gear, including vehicles, weapons, and much more.
Hell yeah.
This is where you're going to
Some
get,
more
Gunny.
explosives.
This is where you're going to get. You're going to receive 3 Independence Day themed vehicles. One is called the Pyro Hawk. The next one is the Burninator. And then the Meat Wagon. You also get new weapons, such as the Freedom Ringer, the Grillmeister, and the Barbecue Fork. As
Sweet.
well as
Barbecue.
some long-range weapons like the Pyro Launcher and the Starshank Launcher. Starshank Launcher.
I can always use more weapons.
$5. $5 for the DLC if you're interested in it.
How
Oh, shoot,
much?
that's cheap. Yeah.
$5. That's a game, dude.
Not bad.
I mean, it's $5. I guess for new shit if you want to do it. In other news, some pretty cool stuff that I saw this week, guys, was Warface is coming to the PS4 and the Xbox One this year. Now, if you haven't watched the trailer for Warface, it looks fucking cool, man. It looks fucking cool as shit. So pretty much Crytek, the creators of Far Cry Crysis and the upcoming Hunt the Showdown, has announced that it's bringing its free-to-play MMO first-person shooter, Warface, to the PS4 and Xbox One this year.
Ooh. Crytek's really good.
Yeah.
Really good
great.
reputation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just coming to the Xbox. Pretty much that's it.
There you go, Alan. Another game that
Free
you
to
won't
play.
play.
I know.
You can play as 4 classes leveled simultaneously: the rifleman, the sniper, engineer, the medic. You can join
yeah,
factions,
play on the PC.
Warface and Blackwood. There's going to be ranked matches, clan wars, and much more. Story-driven PvE, co-op and versus gameplay you can enjoy with your friends. A wide range of secondary melee weapons, primary weapons with multiple attachments available. That's it.
I wonder if this, I wonder if it's like a CSGO or anything, Amar. I'm just looking on Steam and I see it's got mixed
Yeah,
reviews,
you
but
guys
it's
played
got
it? You PC guys?
What is it? What's it called?
Warface?
The Warface game.
Warface. Let me see.
Yeah, and just looking at like some of the screenshots, I'm like, man, this kind of looks like a CSGO kind of thing, maybe. So, or a possible clone, but yeah. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna download it. Then I'll talk about it next week. How about that?
Oh, hang on. I think I played this game before.
Yeah, it's a definitely MMO first-person shooter.
Yes, I've played this game before.
Is it
I mean,
good?
that should say something that I played it before and I completely forgot about it.
What does it say?
It's I don't know. It's like CS:GO meets Call of Duty kind of thing. It just looks like your average shooter, basically.
Yeah.
Nothing too special, but if that's your kind of cup of tea, then definitely check it out. Why not?
Yeah, like looking at some of the weapon skin, I'm like, okay, there's probably like a market for those weapon skins, or it's like the DLC, since it is a free-to-play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
In other news, I don't know if you guys know this, but PS4 news. PS4 now has like this thing called the PS4 Classics or PS4 Originals, which are like 15 games that are going to be $19.99 forever from now on. Forever and ever.
Why can't they just lower the freaking price on them?
They're going to be on forever. And it's like remember how back in the day they had the PS2 Classics and the PS1 Classics and the Xbox
like an Xbox.
Classic?
Yeah, Xbox did that too, right?
Yeah. So like the games that are $20 forever, they're just, you could go buy them brand new, $20. So like on the list right now for For PS4, I know that The Last of Us is on there. The Last of Us Remastered is $20 now. I don't know if you get the DLC with that one or not. I don't think you do. But Horizon Zero Dawn, the Complete Edition, that one comes with the DLC, the Frozen Wilds or whatever. That's $20. Infamous Second Son is on there, $20. There's a bunch of other games on there for $20. And I mean, it's not bad. Killzone is on there, I think, for $20. It's a lot of the games that we saw launch with the system. So they usually do this at a certain point in the console's life cycle where they're just like, well, fuck it. Let's just release games for cheap because no one's buying them anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
In other news, what the fuck is this? I don't want to read this. It's pretty much the Sony CEO, president of Sony Entertainment, talking about PlayStation, how they screwed up back on the PS3, and now that the PS4 is the story of redemption. Like, dude, whatever, man.
Don't come in after E3 or crappy E3 and, come on.
Who gives a shit, man? Like, they're saying that the PS4 is now at 79 million units as of March 2018, which puts it behind the PS3, which sold up to date a total of 84 million. So,
wow,
it'll probably beat out the PS3 for sure. You know, think about that, like how many units they sell per month, and so yeah, I don't think it'll catch up to the PS2. I think it'll be to the PS2, but I don't think it could pull PS2 numbers, man. PS2 is like 125 million consoles or some shit like that. It's insane.
Wow.
Yeah. They're like insane how much PS2. But PS2 was also supported for like 15 years or something like that.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Even I had like 2 of them, so.
Yeah. Everybody played PS2, man. There's like no one that I know that didn't have a PS2 at some point, you know?
Don't put your hand.
But yeah. That's it. That's all I have, guys. There's a new Overwatch character, the hamster and the ball. You guys seen that one?
Which they copied from Smite.
Who cares? Still a hamster and a ball, bro. They did it better.
It's a pink hamster in a ball. Okay.
Yeah.
Speech.
With a stripe.
Better. But
Better rolling.
That's all I have for news, guys. I don't have much else for news. Really kind of a weird news week.
Questions.
Oh, wait. Hold on real quick. I forgot to mention the Games with Gold for July for Xbox. It will be Assault Android Cactus, July 1st to the 31st. And then Death Squared, July 16th through August 15th. And then Virtua Fighter 5, Final Showdown for the 360, backwards compatible. And Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Conviction.
Hells yeah.
For backwards compatible. I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of Conviction. I thought the last one, Blacklist, was way better than Conviction. Blacklist.
This one is the one
I think
that
I like Conviction better.
kind of led into Division. Kind of, they copied a lot from this game. The way it looks, the way it covers, the way it displays, and then the menus and a lot of that kind of stuff.
Dude, they need a new Splinter Cell game so bad. Fucking Ubisoft.
You need a new Vegas, my Rainbow Six Vegas game.
Yeah, we do.
Well, Siege was supposed to be that, but it never turned
Yeah, but Siege sucks.
No, I don't think Siege sucks. It's different. It's different than what Vegas was. Vegas to me was fun. Like you can customize almost everything, and like it's just memorable. Siege is fun, but I like Vegas better.
For sure.
Yeah, me too. Vegas 1 and 2 are great.
And also a bunch of games are coming to Game Pass next month. Vermintide 2 will actually launch on Game Pass, which is kind of surprising that they actually got that to launch on Game Pass. But it will be available day 1 on Game Pass. And they're adding a few other games like Oblivion. Elder Scrolls Oblivion is going to be added to that. So if you want to play that. And that is Xbox One X Enhanced. If you have an Xbox One X, I think that one upscales to 4K, if I'm correct.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
Fable Anniversary upscales to 4K too. Like all the Fable games, I think upscale. Even the old Halos upscale, the old Gears of War upscale. It's kind of weird. They just did it. But fuck it. You know, if you bought the new console, you get shit, I guess. Oh, Fallout 3 is also coming to the Game Pass. Fallout 3. That's a big one, too. After Fallout 4 just came, Fallout 3 is coming next month.
Sweet.
And the PS Plus games for next month will be Heavy Rain. And that's so shitty, dude, because so many people that I know bought the Detroit Become Human, like, digital deluxe edition because it came with Heavy Rain for $10 extra, right? You paid 80 or you paid 70 instead of the 60 and you got like a copy of Heavy Rain. But now like a month later you're giving away Heavy Rain for free.
Yeah.
That's so shitty. But I'm excited to play it, dude. I really am. I thought of buying that game after I played Beyond Two Souls. And then I was like, should I buy it? And then I was like, no. And then when Detroit came out, I was like, should I buy it with Detroit? I was like, no. I'm glad I waited because now I get it for free. Fuck yeah. Fuck.
Will you actually play it?
Yeah, dude. Heavy Rain's a good game. If you never played Heavy Rain, it's fucking incredible. I love it. I love it. Jason.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Jason. And then you get to do the quick time sex scene. Fuck yeah. Next game on the list is Absolver, coming to the PS Plus games next month. So that's it.
A good game.
That's all I have, Gunny.
No, that's that fighter game. Yeah. Okay.
That's all I have, Gunny. I'm done.
Done. Okay, question time from the community. If you have questions. First one is from Brian Tull Jr. He says, he asked, do you notice that if Ryan has a boy, it will have HGP in its initials? So wait, if I know that that he did put in the possible names for the boy, but now I don't remember what they are since I don't have them in front of me. What would they be? Anybody? Anyway.
All over my head, man.
Yeah. Ryan's probably going, come on, Gunny. You know?
Yeah, he's probably like, oh, what the
I
fuck?
put it on Facebook.
I'm trying to, like, find his post to, like, see what the fuck.
I know he had two options, but I just totally forgot.
Yeah.
So wait, is he having a kid or?
Yeah, his girlfriend's having a kid.
Oh, nice. Congrats, man.
Yeah, Ryan's having a kid, dude. Oh,
Only
hey,
reason
hold
you're
on.
here, you know,
Phoenix
because he's
Hugh
not here.
Gibson.
There you go, HGP.
It's PHG.
But it's got the HGP in it.
No.
You're dyslexic. Does it count?
I see what I see what Ryan did there. I see what you did there.
No, Ryan, you need to change it around, bro. HGP. Hugh Phoenix Gibson. And just call him Phoenix.
Hildago Gordon. No, that's not going to work.
Oh, man.
Paul. Anyway.
Next question.
Yeah, it's going from Brian Tull Jr. He says, I bought the Ultimate Alliance 2 after the first one was so much fun and a good co-op game. But this game seems like they left all that behind and really dark looking. What game did you buy that you loved and then the next game was just shit all the way around? I thought 2 was... Maybe it was the first one I played on Xbox 360. And I think, was it the Ultimate Alliance 2 that they just ported it to Xbox One? Right, for the 360, if I remember that correctly. I didn't buy it, but yeah, trying to think of any...
I think one was that I did was KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. I played the first one. I was like, this is amazing. I got the second one. It was not as good as the first one, I would say. It was very dark. It was very like lifeless. Like in the first game, you have like all these like aliens all around everywhere. In the second one, it's like very sparse. It's like, what happened here?
Yeah.
They rushed it, is what happened. Because it was out like a couple years after the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It was different company too that did it, so maybe that's why.
That's probably.
Yeah.
Games that I liked, I thought the second one was kind of shitty. I don't know, man. It's hard. It's hard to come up with something like that.
I know. I'm just trying to think back to, especially that was something that was back on the last consoles where, they followed up with it.
Probably every single sports game.
Well, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say also, I know 2K took over a lot of. Like for example, the WWE, one of those wrestling games. I know that once they took over, the games completely changed from what they used to be from THQ.
What changed about it?
It's just the way the gameplay. They changed the gameplay. They made it so super simple and easy that kind of.
Like everybody can pick up rather than like mastering it.
Yeah, it used to be actually a difficult game to play. Now it's just, anybody can get it, and it just, I don't know, it just feels different. It feels just like it's like Jesus said, Rush. They just forced the games to come out. They made it just like they made it into a sports game now. Just like every year, there's a new one, and they don't change much about it.
It's a money machine, man. You know how much money they make off of FIFA every year?
Ultimate Team, man.
Ultimate Team? Yeah, man, they make billions of dollars on that every year. Just on that mode. Not even the game, just the mode. That's crazy.
It's just stupid cards.
Smiling.
Yeah, their CEO is just like, stupid motherfuckers. Give them less chances to get the good player. Less chances.
Here's an obvious one. Call of Duty.
Yeah, totally. Fucking Call of Duty.
Dude, the first like 4 ever Call of Duties made were amazing, and then after that, it's like slowly started going downhill.
Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3, the original World War II ones were really good. They had like really cool stories. They were always about like telling the story of like the Marines, or these guys are like friends or whatever going through the war. And then they completely changed that up with the Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, which was still pretty cool because he still had that story in there with Captain Price and Soap and all of them. And then, like, after that, it's just like, what the fuck are you doing with World at War and all the other games?
I would say World at War and Modern Warfare 2 were still up there pretty high. But
they were.
Yeah, for sure. They were great games, but I definitely love, like, all the stories. They're all memorable, you know what I mean? If you look back in 10 years, you still know what the games were about.
I remember the story from Modern Warfare, like, the sniper mission and all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking cool.
50,000 people used to live here.
Every time you launched the game, that would come. So cool, man. But
what about I didn't play it, and I think the reason I didn't play it is because I like the Dead Rising series, but Dead Rising 4, I remember Ryan was just saying, yeah, it's Dead Rising, and and the reviews were crap, and none of the gameplay enticed me to even try it. So, but 3 was good. 3 was good.
3 was a lot of fun, but I enjoyed it a lot more in the co-op. I still didn't like how they had a time limit on it, though, where like the nuke was gonna go off in the city or whatever. You had to beat the campaign.
But they gave you more time to explore. I'll give them that.
They did. They give you way more time, but there was still time. Like you were still.
There was still a timer, and they just didn't. There was no timer on the screen.
Yeah, but there was still.
Because there was a mission I failed that was like, oh well, you can't do this anymore. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah, there was a timer on there where like the nuke was gonna go off in a week, and I don't know if it was like a week in real time, or a week in game time. I don't even know.
They never told you. You just gotta keep it in the back of your mind. Like,
they gotta keep.
Okay,
moving.
I'm gonna probably not spend more than an hour.
Yeah. And that game was a lot of fun co-op. I played that game with Rob co-op all the way through. That shit was fun. It was hella fun.
Yeah, co-op was a lot of fun.
But I never
put
played.
Put them in front of you. All right, blow them up.
One game that's like that I always thought was interesting from the first time I ever saw it was Dead Island. I always wanted to play that, and when I got to play it, I was like, "This is the lamest thing ever."
I don't care for it. The Dead Island series
so lame. The Dead Island bullshit. Like I was like, this is so fucking lame. Like the trailers made it look so cool. Like this island where the zombies are taking over, shit's going down, and then you got to play the game and it's like this weird, ugly, fucking.
They definitely had their redemption when they remade Dying Light. Because Dying Light was a pretty good game.
Dying Light was awesome, yeah. Dying Light is good.
But I still remember the Dead Island commercials, like when they were in the hotel.
Yeah, dude. They were cool. They were like the best commercials ever.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Where the chick is running and like doesn't the zombie tackle her out of the fucking building or something like that?
Out of the window, yeah.
Her daughter like bites her in the neck, she flies out or something, yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, that was a cool trailer. And even like the trailer they released I don't know if it was this E3 or last year's E3, where the dude was jogging down the road and like zombies and shit are going all around him.
Oh,
He's just
yeah.
like jogging with his headphones on. He doesn't even realize that there's like fucking shit going on behind him.
That's me in a zombie apocalypse. I'm so oblivious.
But yeah, man, there's lots of games that are like that. But to be specific to like one that I really liked, that I don't know.
Yeah, one to the next. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Anyway, next one is from Sean. I am full horribly awkward. He wants to know, what is the hardest boss battle you've completed? You know any good boss
Honestly,
battles?
The one that comes to my mind was Final Fantasy VII beating Ruby. And that, if people, I don't know if you guys played it, but if anybody who's played Final Fantasy VII, Ruby is one of like the toughest like bosses you can face. But it's an optional boss. That's one of the plus sides. But that game will like mess you up. And I beat it one time, and my life was complete after that. It was one of the toughest bosses I've ever played.
No, but I hear a lot about that game.
Oh yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 5 had that big robot with the penis that was really difficult to kill.
Do you have to hack off the penis?
No, but you just gotta bomb it with a bunch of like,
Anti-penis
rocket
bombs.
launchers and stuff, and just make sure that he unloads all his weapons.
Fuck, that game is a weird game, man.
That was a weird game, but it's such a fun game.
How long does it take to beat the campaign in that, Ellen?
You know what? I've had side missions that took me like an hour just because I took my time eliminating. I love that game. That is my favorite game ever. Metal Gear Solid 5.
There was no FIFA time then, right?
No, I did a bit. My friend hated me, but that game is like for example, like Metal Gear is one of those games that makes me buy a console. Like PlayStation 3, I bought it because of Metal Gear Solid 3 and 4, and this game is just amazing. Just the gameplay mechanics, the everything that you can just do in the game, the way you can knock out. It's a puzzle with shooting puzzle. You kill this guy, make sure that nobody hears you here, and then do the same thing again. I just enjoy those kind of simple games. But yeah, that boss was
I actually here. I should show you this. I have this. Dude, hold on. Oh fuck, hold on.
Yeah. What is that?
That's awesome.
I have the little arm from the collector's edition for Metal Gear Solid 5. I bought this. I actually found this on the store like 3 weeks after the game launched. I saw it like at the store randomly for like $100.
That is awesome.
So I just
I would
bought
actually
it.
buy that.
It's fucking cool, huh? And I actually I have like the little box that it came in, and it came in like a movie that showed how they made the game.
You know what? They actually use that arm for like there's different arms you can get and upgrade, and it has different abilities. And there's one that actually kind of like teleports you to the character and kind of brings you over to him. It kind of makes it easier to like assassinate him or
that
kind of.
sounds pretty cool.
Kill him. Yeah, I mean, and you can actually. Each arm has a different ability. Each arm has a different looks, but mainly ability what you can, do. There's one that you can actually hit the floor and kind of gives you the sensor of where everyone like in that area is. But the game is pretty fun. It was a free game. I'm sure a lot of have it right now.
Oh yeah, it was a free. Well, I don't know. Did we get it free on Xbox?
Yeah, it was free with Xbox.
And Ground Zeroes, the pre-DLC game, is actually on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So you can play that if you want to, and then go right into the game. Because it carries over, right? Like,
yeah, and it's pretty cool. What's his name? Kojima?
yeah.
Like, he's actually in the game, so you gotta rescue him, like, in a mission as well.
He's in the game. Actually,
Yeah,
I never got far into it. I got as to like the first Metal Gear, where like that, like, all the ghost zombies come out and they start fucking chasing you and shit. I got to that point. And I had my helicopter coming in.
The hospital part was creepy and so scary.
It was trippy as fuck, dude. Yeah, with the dude with the fire killing everybody and shit. You were crawling around. That shit was weird.
Oh, the funny thing is also in the game there's a water pistol too that actually fights off that guy with the fire.
It does.
Spoiler alert, and
I mean, the game is just
man.
amazing. You gotta
That
give it a
sounds
chance.
weird. I gotta give it a chance.
Actually.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. It sounds funner than The Witcher.
Yeah.
You know what? That
How
was
many
my
water
game of the
pistols
year.
are in The Witcher, huh?
those are fighting words of Jesus.
Oh man. But yeah, next
Anyway,
question.
yeah.
Oh, actually, no. I have one thing that I beat that I know I've beaten, and I'm pretty proud of being able to beat it because I don't think I'll ever be able to do it again. Is that mission at the end of Modern Warfare, that plane mission, the end of the credits? I beat that shit on veteran, dude.
Oh, well, you have to get it below High Mile Club.
Yeah, Mile High Club. Yeah,
Mile High
dude.
Club, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember that.
It's so cool. I was able to beat it, dude. I watched like fucking videos and studied the
YouTube-
fucking map and
YouTube videos
fucking
on that.
the timing down, the shooting, how many times you have to reload. I fucking mastered that fucking shit, dude.
When it throws
Yeah, when it's the flashbangs, yeah, where to hide, where exactly how to lay down, where to lay down. Yeah, you have to have that shit down. It's like a science. And then, but once you do it, like, you do it, and then it's like, oh fuck. Nowadays, I could never do it though. Could never. I did that.
Complete.
Yeah, I did that back in 2007 when the game first came out. But nowadays, I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to do it, man. Like on the remastered version of the game, there's no way. I'm too slow for that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
Anyway, our last question comes in from Azaria Banyash.
Banyasharahala. Is that?
Yeah, sure. Can you say it, Alan, for me, please?
Whoa! Why would I?
I don't know.
Whoa, what
You're
kind of
the
racist
token
shit?
brown guy here.
I'll just call him Yash.
I mean, I
can't-
would if I just knew what. I'm not on the Facebook, so I can't read the questions.
Yes, one franchise to play in chronological order to completion for the rest of your life. Then over again if you achieve the task. Ooh, Tomb Raider. Isn't there there's 16 games
Tomb Raider.
in the Tomb Raider franchise? I mean, going back to
the rest of
1996.
And all like the little spin-offs. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Tomb Raider is definitely one of those good games.
Metal Gear.
I want to play Mass Effect the rest of my life. The trilogy. Even throw Andromeda on there too. Fuck it. I'll play them all for the rest of my life. I'll make all the decisions the good way, the bad way. I'll punch the reporter. I'll hug the reporter. I'm doing it all, guys. I don't care.
I'll do Final Fantasy for the rest of my life.
Oh, good call.
Man, there's so many good games out there that I know some people would definitely say like Fallout or the Elder Scrolls series.
Jesus would say Witcher.
Can you imagine the Elder Scrolls for the rest of your life from the first game to all the games? Like that would last you the rest of your life. Especially Skyrim. Skyrim is like a game that never ends, right? It's like a game that isn't that a type of game that always generates quests? Like it's programmed to always generate a quest no matter what. Like it's always going to give you a quest.
Hold on, Amar. What did you say? You wouldn't choose FIFA?
Oh God, I'd rather hang myself right now.
I'll help you with that. But
Okay.
FIFA, come on.
Final Fantasy.
You like Final Fantasy, don't you?
No, I do. I'd never finish them all. I mean, any of them, just because I get bored.
We're not surprised.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind finishing 15. That's like on my list to finish. 'Cause that is a beautiful game.
My goal today is to play The Witcher.
You hear that, guys? You gotta hold Jesus to that.
Yep. That's my goal today. I'm going to play like 2 hours of it and then I'm tired of it. I'm
Why not
gonna
listen to Amar?
I'm going to restart it and play the first hour of it and then turn off.
Exactly. And then you're gonna like message everybody in HGPs like never let Amar on this again.
Oh man,
You know what
so
other game
wanna
is
get
good?
into it, man.
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves, they got new DLC, dude. I mean,
Yeah. Didn't we play? That's another game we played.
see,
I was your captain, remember?
yeah, I was Captain Jesus of the SS JesusWalksAlot. Sea of Thieves update.
No, you cannot. And then we locked him up.
I remember that.
Yeah. Oh, you guys locked me up. Well, I was AFK for like ever, dude. I actually went to like McDonald's and shit.
Yeah, what kind of captain?
A hungry one.
I went to like McDonald's. I was driving around town and shit while the controller was like on my bed.
Jesus, we're about to board. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a Big Mac and a quarter.
We had a Magna and 2 ships attacking us.
Jesus, where are you?
You guys did it.
Over to him, like, can I supersize that?
You know what that game needs now? You know what that game needs? It needs to ban you for 2 hours for going AFK.
Ooh, damn, that would be bad. That'd be bad. No, actually, I got most of those gold. I got like 22,000 gold now.
How much do you have, Alan?
Yeah.
Oh, not much.
Ooh, I thought you liked thieves.
Who's the captain
I do.
now?
It's just like I've been banned for a while.
Alan,
Now
look at me.
I'm back.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
You're not even on the ship when I'm there.
So, man, pretty much, yeah. I think they're working on the. When is the DLC coming out? Didn't the DLC already come out? The new one?
Yes.
What did it add? Let me look up the patch notes real quick. I'm looking up the patch notes. Gotta bring the facts to the show, guys. Patch notes. Patch 1.1.4 has brought the improvements to the mechanics of gunpowder kegs, skeleton aim changes, key performance improvements, and fixes for known issues. They added gunpowder skeletons carrying a gunpowder keg. Skeletons can now rush towards you, light their fuse, and boom!
Ooh.
Off to the ferry you go. Our matey, off to the ferry you go. The bilge rats are challenging all brave pirates to defeat them in various ways. Some less conventional than others. Keep an ear perked for a burning fuse and a finger on the trigger. Good luck. Explosive force. When detonated, gunpowder kegs now have the force to rock and push ships. Yeah, and also destroy them, Alan.
That will not happen.
When holding a gunpowder keg, players can now light a 5-second fuse by pressing the primary action button, right trigger on the controller, or left click on the mouse. A 5-second fuse, not bad. Let's see here. They've added more stuff. Build rat cosmetics, the Bone Crusher sword, pistol, blunderbuss, and Eye of the Reach, priced at 15 doubloons per items, are available until the 10th of July. That's not bad. I might go get them. Letters of recommendation now grant a full level in the chosen trading company. Opting to spend your hard-earned doubloons on reputation with the trading companies. This just got better. And legendary commendations to earn 50 additional doubloons. These legendary commendations have been added based upon player feedback. They've also Megalodon's behavior have been updated, skeleton accuracy, joinable status, build rat UI, performance improvements, all that good. This is a big patch, dude. Got a lot of notes here. A lot of notes. But
Good stuff.
yeah,
I don't think you can recognize any of them for real.
the new
It's just small
skeletons.
little things.
The new skeletons with like the gunpowder kegs, that seems like a big deal though. Like, can you imagine like them running at you like, oh, I'm gonna blow myself up.
Did they also say that they're going to add actually AI ships?
No AI ships on this just yet. No AI ships. None
That would be kind of cool.
I'm looking at the patch notes. There's nothing here for that. They just a
Gunny,
bunch
do
of
you have Sea of Thieves?
fixes. He does.
Yeah, I do have it. Game Pass.
Why don't we play, man? We played last week quite a bit, didn't we?
Yeah, we had fun last time we were playing.
We played like
Yeah.
5 hours of that shit last week. But you know what, guys? It's Saturday. Let's get together tonight. Let's game. Let's do something. Let's game.
Let's do it.
Community game night? I'm really serious. Gunny, you never get on. You never get on. But I'll be on. Community game night.
I'll be on
What do you guys want to play?
FIFA. Wildlife.
Paladins.
I'm out.
Paladins.
Not Sea of Thieves.
Halo 5.
There you
Witcher
go.
3.
Yeah, Halo 5.
Community game night
Didn't we
tonight.
Didn't we say Saturday community?
Yeah, we
Halo
did.
5?
Let's play Halo 5. I posted it in the group. Go like it, guys. All right.
All right.
But we're
Next.
done. Oh, we're good. More questions?
Yeah, I thought we were done, but John Jerome asks, do you guys think Microsoft can make a console that can scale performance the way that PCs can? It would solve the console generation sequence. Consoles would be able to take the same game software and just adapt it to the hardware you have.
So basically a PC?
Yeah, but console version. I guess.
I mean, I don't understand. Like, personally, I don't understand why consoles don't do that to begin with.
I think they will. I think they will.
Well, they just don't have the customization, right? It's the whole point for the console, right? To keep it locked at whatever it is. To run on your TV.
Yeah, but I mean, you can. I mean, the Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X is kind of like that, but instead of upgrading, you're buying the one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Microsoft will, or at least not anytime soon, because they had the chance to do it with the Scorpio, right? To kind of do that, and I think they just dropped the ball, in my personal opinion.
What was the question?
Someone's paying fucking attention. Jesus.
Do you think Microsoft can make a console that can scale performance the way that PCs can? I mean, we now have the 4K. Xbox, Sony. I mean, as far as performance, I don't know about that. Because performances on the PC are, hey, what's in my budget? Do I have, $1,000 or, $3,000 to, put into more memory, into my PC?
Okay, so with PC gaming, does it affect you if somebody has a better computer and a better running?
I was listening to a show and I was told no. Yeah, I understand it.
I don't know. It's like a thin line, because if you have less input lag, faster frame rate, if you play shooting games, you might have like the edge right there. You know what I mean? But if it all comes to like personal people, like if you give that advantage to a kid that's never played PC versus a crappier computer to some guy who's a veteran,
But that's any game.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Take that for what you will.
So do games lock in, hey, this is what's the most you guys can use, and even though if you have more, you're stuck with less to make it equal?
What do you mean?
Like as far as, like frame rates and stuff? Or just
I mean, it will be, I would hate to play a PC game and I have a shittiest, computer versus someone that has like a, like what do you guys have? And then get my ass whooped just because.
Well, here's the thing. Like, you can always go into options and lower graphics. You can set your frame rate to whatever you want. So you can essentially do whatever to kind of help limit whatever your PC can do. So you can get like a mid-tier graphics card and buy like a really high-end game, and you can lower the graphics so it'll still run like no problem.
Okay, so what was the original question again?
If Microsoft can make a console that can scale performance the same way the PC can.
Isn't the X the solution to this?
I mean, it's, as far as like getting it up to 4K, which PCs can do if you have that display monitor. But I mean, I kind of took that as,
what else can Xbox
like
do
memory? That's the way I look at it. And the fact that, hey, can I unlock frame rates or, yeah. Memory, things like that.
PC, you can always add more graphics cards. You can overclock it if you wanted to, whereas on Xbox I don't know if you really can or can't, like.
I don't think there's a turbo mode on console.
Yeah, or like I know if you like do that, it'll like void the warranty and stuff like that. But I don't know if like there's a way you can just.
But is it needed? I mean, if it's good and fair for everyone, like what's besides that? Is there anything else that you can do on PC that you can't do on your Xbox besides just
play Steam games?
Okay, what is that?
Well, I mean, okay, but that's just I mean, you're just essentially playing the same games, really. There's just, there are some exclusives on Steam, then there
So there's no real
just like
difference
there
from
are on
Eds
any other
and
console.
Xbox and PlayStation.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Well,
So there's no real
the difference between the systems are the controllers, the interface you use to use them, the UI on the screen, and how you interact with that. I mean, when you turn on your Xbox, you have a bunch of tiles. When you turn on a PS4, you have the blue screen, the XMB or whatever. And then on PC, it's different because you can launch the Ubisoft, the Uplay shit launcher, or the Blizzard launcher, or the Steam launcher, and play different games like that.
Right.
So what was the answer to this question for you guys?
Well, I mean, because I just kind of look at it like
I got the question, I guess, but I just don't know what's...
like, can we
The
just,
answer
like,
is
them side by side?
I think consoles eventually will reach a point where yes, you can upgrade them, but at the same time, we won't need to ever. I don't think they ever need to do that because the rate of releasing consoles now, we're like every 3 years, every 2 years, they're gonna release a new one. You're not gonna need that. You're gonna just choose which one you want. If you want to upgrade, you upgrade. If you don't, you don't. Like,
And it seems to be a cheaper update than buying a whole $1,800
PC,
card.
PC, you buy the card usually.
Yeah, that's.
right?
I'm sorry. As a PC gamer, PC enthusiast, that's where I have to disagree. Like, or what Alan said, because like it's like people always exaggerate. It's like $3,000 for a graphics card. It's really not. If in the long
How much
term,
is a graphics card?
like a really good one, like a maybe 1060, 1070, ran you what, Gunny? Like 300.
Okay, you know there's a
Yeah,
one
back
better
then.
than
This
that.
was back before the Coinbit
Right. So
crap that was going on.
But here's the thing: if I bought, like, say I bought my Xbox One when it launched, 2 years later, it's good. Then the new updated edition comes out, and that's what, another 200, 300 ish, right?
Well, I don't understand.
It's like I'm saying, when you buy an Xbox, when it came out on launch, you spent, let's say 300,
500.
500, okay, even 500. What, 2 years later, an updated one will come out, right? New Xbox, blah blah blah, and then people buy that, and then they complain. Those same people will complain like, "Oh, PC is too expensive and stuff." But yeah, you just spent like another $500-$400 on the same console when you can take that money, build a PC, and you can do whatever you want on the PC.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. Like 2 years or 3 years, you have to spend $1,800 to
Yeah.
update the graphics card.
Or buy a new, or buy a new monitor,
it's the
or
same thing,
upgrade
you
your
don't have to
memory.
buy
Depends on
you
what
know.
you want to do and what you want out of that PC, right?
No, I'm saying
Yeah,
like, you
yeah, of
don't
course.
have to update your Xbox. I still have an
it
S,
just works.
an original. It works. I mean, eventually I will buy X, but at this point I don't need it.
But okay,
Or
but
can't afford it.
when the new generation comes out, what happens to all the games that you?
They stay on.
They still work.
They all stay on.
They
Yeah.
still work.
They're always
Not
going to
all
be
of them?
backwards come out. Yeah. I mean,
On the
Retro's releasing
Xbox One,
right now.
yes, on the Xbox One, that's how they're doing it. Everything just works.
I have Conquer Live and Reloaded on the original Xbox. I put that
Well,
in.
no,
on
no,
the
no. Well, come on, you
Xbox
going-
One.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on, hey, that's a good game. I wanted to play that. I was excited.
Well,
And
okay,
it
go
didn't
buy a
work.
$60 original Xbox.
I can just do an emulator on the PC and call it a day.
No, I got you. I just like, to me, like, that's...
No, that's fair.
I still
That's
forgot
totally
the question.
What was the question again?
But hey, to kind of answer John's question, because he's talking about the same game software for both PC and consoles, to solve that. I mean, I don't know the difference really, like right now, maybe like as far as software for the different things like PC and Xbox. I mean, I only see it as, frame rates and memory.
I see it as Steam has their own library. The reason, because I know Alan brought up, well, what's the difference between the PC, the Xbox, and the PS4? Well, the exclusives. The PS4 has the single-player big exclusives like The Last of Us, Spider-Man, Horizon, God of War, Detroit Become Human, Death Stranding, all those games, right? Like the Ghost of Tsushima. Those games are cool. That's what you want. If you're going to play those fucking games, you got to buy a PS4. On the Xbox, it's a little bit different. If you want to play Gears of
With
War
friends.
4,
Online.
if you want to play Gears of War 4, you can play that on your PC. It's just, I personally think you're going to have a different experience, maybe even a better one, because you're going to have better frame rates, better looking graphics, if you have the hardware to do it. But if you don't, you can just buy the Xbox One X and play it in 4K 60 frames on the Xbox.
No, for sure. The way that I see it is if you want to if you want to do consoles, by all means, go for it. If you want to do PC, do PC. The only thing that I don't like is when there's misconceptions about either side. You know what I mean? So somebody like just trashing PC without even like knowing the real facts, then
Fuck
come on,
PC.
like.
Whoa.
Like this guy right here.
Whoa. I mean, I think PC is cool, and I get jealous with the games you guys get to play. For example, Frostpunk, I'd be killing all the little kids and shit. I mean, I'm just saying. I would want to play that,
Work
right?
them in the coal mines, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd want to play that, but I can't.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe one day I'll play it on consoles, but maybe I won't. And that's the price I pay for not having a PC.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it comes down to like graphics or whatever. It's kind of a non-issue in some ways.
I can
Right?
see Xbox going with what's the Surface mode? Everything's streaming on whatever you have. Just some kind of streaming box, and it's just gonna be it. You want to get old games, buy them, downloadable content. Just
Steam did it first.
yeah, but just make it easier. I mean, they're gonna make it easier for Xbox finally. I mean, I think Xbox is competing with Steam, not PlayStation.
Well,
Like,
right. They've always said that, right? It's like
Yeah.
Sony's competing with Steam.
It's not. There's no way they're. I mean, it's one way.
No, they're not competing, but they're going that direction because they see it's.
Oh,
gonna
I
be-
see. They're
the-
trying to go for the same market.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're trying to go for the PC market. It's obvious they are because they're
it's
releasing their
the same
exclusives on
idea.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going for the idea of the next console still can play the old games and the new ones.
Keep your library forever. You're gonna have 500 games on the Xbox.
My thing is, I would love to have a PC. I just can't afford it. And the thing is, I don't want to build a shitty PC and just get my ass kicked and still spend a lot of money on it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do
And
it.
then the other thing too, guys, is I think, Amar, you can speak for yourself here, but I think with us, it's hey, this is where our friends are,
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I totally agree. That's one reason why I got Xbox was because majority of my friends play it and
We're not
jump
friends.
on and play with them. Sorry, quote unquote friends. And I definitely
Xbox
I play Xbox because of that. But I do my PC gaming when I want to play like certain types of games, and just that's what I do.
When your girlfriend breaks up with you and you don't want to be with your friends.
Oh, don't say that. Those are painful memories for me.
All right.
But yeah.
Last question here, guys, from Jonathan Hall. He was on last week.
Who?
Jonathan Hall.
Who?
That guy.
No fucking.
What was the worst job you've ever had?
Being a guest in this show.
Oh man! Damn.
It's a job. It's a task for you, isn't it?
Yeah, Jesus.
You getting paid for this?
It's getting paid.
You owe me 4 visits.
Oh man, the worst job I've ever had.
I had a job. I wouldn't say. So I used to work for this small realtor back. I was still probably 16 years old, and me and another guy, we'd go out and like people that would get evicted from their houses, and like small houses, right? That he managed or what have you, and basically just had to clean out like all the like garbage out of it, and take it to the dump, like all the furniture and shit like that, where they would just like
That's not garbage. That's people's belongings.
yeah, pretty much. Like there'd still be like soup on the table
Yeah,
and
Jesus.
flies and
Damn, bro, you're like going there, just fucking taking people's shit and dragging it outside, throwing it away.
I can see it right now. Like, hey, sir, this is my table. Get the shit out of here, man.
Get the fuck off of it, little kid. I'm here to take this shit out to the dump.
go to work, kid. You need a job.
Oh man, that's crazy.
It was a crazy job. Like, okay, so we'd show up, right, so at certain times where the realtor would be like, you know what? So just meet me over here. Like sometimes he would already have the door unlocked, and it would already have like the sheriff's note on there, and like there was like a padlock. Like people got evicted, and yeah,
Were you
it was
ever scared for your safety at some point. I can see, no, I'm not even joking because that
No.
can seem like
Yeah, I could see
so
people
this was
fucking
actually in
crazy.
a nice town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was actually in a nice town, and it was pretty safe, and it was always in the daytime. So
It's not like the show Repo Man, where like you show up like in the middle of the night.
you know,
fucking,
like we would pull the truck
we're gonna
up.
pull up right now and just dump everything in the truck real quick while they're gone, and then you kick in the door and start taking all their shit.
Like we'd get some weird stares from the neighbors,
Yeah.
like, yeah, those people that used to live there, they were no good, so like
Damn.
almost like we were doing them a favor,
Yeah, those broke bastards that used to live there never paid their rent.
Dead beats.
That sucks, man. That's crazy.
I mean, there was just like, you know how people would like leave just food on the table, like they were eating, and then there was an emergency and they'd leave, or they were use the restroom and it was like they just
clogged
vanished.
up or something. Yeah,
Stuff like that.
Oh, that's
I didn't have to
disgusting.
clean it like a maid, but just had to take all the, you know, it was still pretty.
Well, did you like ever clean up places that had squatters in them?
Yes, there was a couple times where we had to do that.
Fucking squatters.
Like we're come in and they were just like, what are you guys doing? Nothing. I was just trying to get some sleep. You know, like, oh my.
We live here.
You know?
It's like, oh no, you don't live here. This is on my
this
page.
is awkward.
Out the window they go. You know.
Like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. When he throws
But it's not like it mattered like if they ever ruined or anything. The places were already ruined, so
Yeah.
they were pretty trashy.
I had a job similar to it. This was a fancy, nice like neighborhood, but the lady was just too busy, and she never cleaned her pool, and she just let it rain for years, and I had to clean up and paint her pool, and oh my goodness, I had to fight off snakes, dead squirrels, millions of frogs. I mean, it was just awful, and then the pool was full, and it was covered in frogs and snakes.
You
It
see
was
Alan
awful.
fighting all the snakes and the frogs? I can picture it in my head. Like Alan putting on a bunch of like armor
What did you
on
do with
and
all the
shit, like his suit on. I'm gonna go
After
fight the
Alan was
We
done
frogs.
just drained most of the water, and then they just kind of like start running away.
After Alan was done with the job, he goes up to the lady. It's like, what was my task again?
My memory's awful.
Damn. I mean, I've had a lot. I have quite a few different jobs. I mean, I don't know what the worst one would be. I don't really have a worst one. I was a janitor one time at a big factory. Like I was the janitor, and that
What was the worst toilet
That
you ever
wasn't too
cleaned?
bad. No, I didn't clean the toilets. Actually, the females got to clean the toilets. The men, we had to sweep the shop floor and like fucking vacuum the offices and do all that bullshit. It was kind of
Quality,
shitty.
man.
Yeah, it was kind of shitty. It's kind of shitty, but
Yeah,
it was a job. It was like a high school job, so I didn't care.
Same here.
that's my job right now.
Yeah.
Probably the worst job that I had was being a manager, and everybody's gonna make fun of me for it, but I was a manager at Abercrombie and Hollister for about a year.
That
You
sounds
one of those guys.
I was one of those guys. Funny thing was, before all of that, I was an emo kid, so I had like the
Really?
hair and everything, and then turns up I end up working at
Fucking Abercrombie and
yeah,
Fitch.
exactly. That
Like
was-
the complete opposite of their style.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they're looking at me like, "What are you doing?" No.
Do you still have
it
those pictures of yourself on Facebook?
I do. If you go to my
Delete
Facebook-
them. Why are you still
Delete them.
hide the evidence, man? That was awful.
I'm so proud of that, man. I had beautiful hair.
Why?
Cause, dude, girls would like see that. They'd be like, "Can I play with your hair?" I'd be like, "Yeah, man."
I remember those days.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Play
oh
with
yeah.
that- play with that emo hair.
Like mid 2000s for sure.
Yeah.
Avenged Sevenfold and all that stuff. But that job was horrible. I had to manage kids, and like the way they ran their business was
The
just like
worst.
So for the listeners and even me, that name sounds familiar. What kind of place is that? The Amber Croft?
Oh, Abercrombie and Fitch and Hollister. It's a clothing
Yeah,
store.
it's a clothing
That's
So
it,
like
okay.
At the
like
mall.
the preppy stuff that kids wear with the little bird, and then it's all over the price.
Oh yeah.
The little bird. That's badass, though. It's badass. I know my boss right now. Actually, he used to be one of the managers for. I think it was one of those actually, Abercrombie and Fitch down in Arizona. Then he moved up here. He said, "Fuck that, dude." He's like,
Yeah.
I had to deal with some shit. He says he had to deal with shoplifters, people stealing shit all the time.
Dude, it was horrible, especially during like Christmas time.
Yeah.
I had to like go in at like 3 a.m, and like you couldn't take off. And I remember having the flu. Like I was sick to my stomach, and I couldn't take off, and it was just I hated
the
it.
worst. That is the worst, man. I gotta say, the coolest job I ever had though was working at a Popeye's chicken. That shit was fucking
course.
cool, man. That shit
What was
like
good about it? Like just free biscuits and chicken all the time.
think about
Now I'm
this:
hungry.
free biscuits, free food all the time, weed all the time, alcohol
mixtapes.
all the time.
Go back. How?
It wasn't even busy all the time, so we pretty much like it was getting paid to hang out with friends at work.
That's cool.
And I was
Go
in
back.
high school, dude. It was so
Did you
fucking
see-
cool.
weed and alcohol?
All the time. All the fucking time. People would just pull up to the parking lot. Yo, you want to smoke a blunt? Oh, let's smoke real quick. Boom, boom. Everybody be outside hanging out, smoking. And then...
No wonder I sat at the drive-thru for so freaking long.
No, bullshit. Dude, no. Listen,
Hello?
okay, listen. When orders came through and people ordered chicken, a lot of the times people are always picky about their food. I've worked at fast food restaurants. People are always fucking dicks. Like they think they're like the lord of the fucking food when they order food for like $5. I want my shit fresh and I want it like in a minute. It's like, dude, you want your shit fresh? You need to wait, motherfucker.
It's
Anyways.
like, can I get a cheeseburger without the cheese? It's
Yeah,
like, what?
fucking idiots.
Can I look like it looks
Trust
in
me,
the
I've
picture?
had people tell me that
Extra
shit
pickle,
before too.
extra pickle, no bun.
Yeah,
Can you remember that?
Can you wrap that in lettuce?
Screen?
I need to wrap that in lettuce. I don't like bread.
Yeah, I'm just gonna step out and smoke a blunt real quick.
Anyways, we had people that would order chicken, but they would want it fresh. So we drop it, and the chicken is like, it's like fucking chicken. It's floured and battered and everything. So like it takes like 13, 14 minutes to cook. So 13 minutes to chill, man. Boom, son. Be smoking in the fucking freezer and shit. We had like big freezers in there. Be smoking it up. We could be fucking all high out of our minds. I remember one time my boss was so drunk, he told me to take drive-thru orders because he didn't want to. He was like, Jesus.
What's the name of this location? So I'll never go.
The location closed down because we didn't have the cells. Like I said, we were always dead, right? So we didn't really have a lot of cells. But they had a lease. They leased the building because you know when restaurants and shit lease buildings, they lease them for like 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, or whatever. The lease was
with
for
an
like
option to get out. Yeah.
yeah, the lease was for like 10 years with an option to get out at 5 years if they paid so much money. So they were just waiting for the 5 years to come up. But dude, that was the funnest job I ever had, man. I'm telling you, I would never ever have in my life an easier job than working at a fucking Popeyes fried chicken and biscuits. Oh man, that shit was fun. It was just fun. And then like it was funny because right in front of our store, like across the way, there was like a little median with like trees and shit. There was the drive-thru for Taco Bell, and those motherfuckers were constantly busy. Their line was full. Like 90% of the time we were outside, they would always be like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, we're chilling." Be like, "You fucking lucky bastards! We're over here working." We're like, "Oh, sorry, dude." You know, like no one
We're over
wants
here.
chicken.
We're all drunk and stoned over
Yeah,
here,
bro.
man.
Playing music and shit. But I've had some weird things happen to me at the restaurant, and people be racist towards me and racist towards other people in the store. I've almost had a homeless man fight a Hispanic teenager in my store once because I was at the cash register and the homeless dude walked in, and the white guy, he was a homeless guy, started saying racist stuff to the kid. And oh man, I had to kick him out. That was kind of messed up. I had a lady tell me once to speak American.
Oh yeah, you told me that one. I got mad at that one.
I got
I've
that
gotten
one.
that before.
Speak American.
Go
This
back.
is America. Speak American. I was like, oh man, I went off on her. I told her real quick how I felt about American speaking.
Sorry, I can't speak American.
Like an American
you know
ain't a
what?
I
fucking
was told
language.
that
you
several
fuck.
times, and she's from the Fiji Islands.
Yeah, man, that's so frustrating. It's like
She's dark, you know. And
you
go back to your
dipshit. At
own
least
country
say
life,
like speak
I
English.
live here. I'm an American
Yeah,
citizen.
man. Like, oh, it was so frustrating. But I've had that happen to me before, so I know how it goes. But yeah, to all the people out there working like retail jobs, shout out to you guys, because that shit ain't easy, bro. That shit ain't fucking easy. You guys deserve an applause, because yeah, even fast food workers, like you guys deserve an applause.
Speech.
Even the drug dealers.
Even the drug dealers for dealing with the late payments, you know, you deserve an applause. We love you all.
Happens before.
Jesus.
Barbecue time.
Yeah, President Jesus. Good speech for all the retail workers.
All the foreigners out there, locals.
But you know what's funny, man? I worked at a T-Mobile store, which was a little bit further away from the city, and oh my goodness, man, I got called everything but where I actually am. I got called a black guy, Egyptian, a rock person, which I have no idea what
What
that
is a
means.
rock person? Okay, I don't want to know.
Well, what is
Somebody
a rock
Jamaican.
person?
Jamaican. Somebody that hides in caves, I guess, like a Bin Laden or something. I swear, I got it all. I got it fucking all.
So fucked up.
You're built like a rock person, Alan.
I'm
And then
gonna
this guy calls
Google.
me Jamaican all the time.
I googled the rock person.
You are Jamaican.
What is a rock person?
Dude.
That's our question for you guys. What is a rock person?
To all the listeners out there, I
I'm
want
thinking
you
like
to...
a Neanderthal or maybe, or I don't know. It's
I don't know. This guy came in looking
caveman.
rock person.
This guy came in looking for a rock person, and my coworker was like, "Who? The other tall guy." It
Maybe
looks
the Rock. Maybe because you look like the Rock.
No. He meant the next thing he said, the black guy.
So black people are
Because you
all
look
rock
the
people?
Rock.
I don't know. He just knew that I was. I wish I looked like Rock.
Oh,
I just
my
knew.
God.
Hey, Dwayne.
Oh, listen to this. Rock on the Urban Dictionary is a great compliment. It means that you are someone that they can really confide in, open up to, rely on. You support them when they fall. That person holds them together no matter what, Alan.
See, and you were like thinking it was an insult, but the whole time
The dude was like, "You're my rock, Alan." That's what he meant to say.
What do you mean? I don't understand. You're my rock, man. I don't like talking shit. I don't get it.
No, he was.
My salvation, you're my rock. Yeah, see, good stuff, positive stuff.
Go back. What?
Like, what?
You're my rock, Alan. That's what he meant to say. You just misheard him. You have a bad memory, dude.
Yeah, but everything else after he said.
He's got a man crush on you.
I fucked up his plan and everything.
Legend says he still comes into that T-Mobile
Yeah.
and asks for Alan.
He's still looking for his rock.
Still
Where's
to
my
this
rock,
day.
Alan?
It's now a Dairy Queen, and he still has
He still goes in with his cell
I
phone.
need my rock.
They're like, "What the fuck?
Where's the rock person?
The fucking rock guy is here again, guys." Oh man. Anyways. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's all I have. By the way, Burger King needs to get their shit together in my town. That shit sucks, dude. It's
We
like,
got one, and nobody eats there.
dude,
Because
it's
we
the
have so much other
it's the
stuff.
worst running restaurant I've ever seen in my life, dude. Like the worst run. Like they don't know how to run a restaurant. We ran Popeyes better drunk and high than these guys can run Burger King sober. This is what I'm thinking. Like they cannot run that Burger King in this town. It is horrible. It's like the turn rate is like insane. I don't get it, man. It's just a rant. It's just a rant. That's all, guys. No, this is not even video game related anymore. Fuck.
Video game talk is over. We're now talking about The Rock.
What happened to the show, guys? What's going on right now?
Let's keep talking off.
What happened to the fucking show?
Hey, happy 4th to everybody out there that's celebrating with their friends and family and barbecues.
I hope you're listening to this on the 4th. America, fuck yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
If you listen
Happy
to this show,
Independence Day.
you're patriotic as fuck. Just know that. Even if you're British, you're still patriotic as fuck.
Look,
The hell you say, Mike?
all I gotta say is I'm from Bosnia. I'm an American citizen. If aliens ever invaded us, I will fly my airplane straight into the mothership
That's
for you
right.
guys.
That's right. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah,
With
America.
the motherland.
We're gonna nuke the fuck out of the
Yes.
aliens. That's because that's
Put
the
them up,
answer
Len.
to all the problems. You cannot defeat them. Nuke them.
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much. That's what we
Sue,
learned.
basically.
Movies
You
taught
could
us
say.
that. But that being said, guys, we're done. I'm done. No more rants. Gunny, stop your ranting.
I'm done.
Horrible Gamers Podcast 212.
Is it
Join
the
our
books?
Facebook group. Join our Facebook group. Join our Discord. Leave us a review. Define what "You're My Rock" means. For Alan.
And also play The Witcher 3.
I'll try to play The Witcher 3. I mean, it might be good. Might not
If
be.
you beat it, play it again. If you beat it, play it again.
Oh, man.
Our news guy has beat it.
Has he?
Oh, yeah, he's put over 300-400 hours into
Fuck, dude.
it. Andrew, correct me on that. Yes.
Yeah? Fuck. That's crazy. Okay. Well, I'm
Use
just...
my rock.
I'm... okay.
Let's get out of here, Jesus.
I'm Jesus Walks a Lot. I'll be on Xbox Live, Jesus Walks a Lot on PlayStation Network. That's it. Play some games, people. Let's play some games. Let's play some Halo 5 tonight. Hopefully, if you're listening to this later, then we played Halo 5 on Saturday night. GunnyChief, where can we find you?
Xbox Live, Steam, Switchy thing. Alan, where do we find you?
Oh, Alen Maybe on Xbox. No, not Xbox. Place. Wow. I'm playing FIFA right now. I'm sorry.
What's the question?
Could you stop playing FIFA and just say, what is
All
your
right,
gamer tag, pal?
I am on Xbox, CFC Leo 10, and Alen Maybe on Facebook.
You can find
And
me.
come join us. Actually, play some of the Halo with us tonight. Anyone?
You can find me, Amar, on Steam at Buchko Partisan, or Xbox at Mr. Bosnia with 2 S's.
Oh,
Sweet.
shit. I'm supposed to
I
unmute.
think I have you on Steam.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you're on there. Yep.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Anyways. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. See you on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Maybe Ryan will be back next week. Who knows? Give 8777 is his gamer tag. Go at him. I'm done.
Whoop whoop.
Done. We're done. Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
Goodbye, people.
My rock.
This is still being recorded. This is kind of weird. But okay.
Nah.
Alright, guys. Bye. We're out of here. Bye.
Yeah,
See ya.
Back in the day when everything was easy, so easy. We used to hang around the fire all night, oh yeah. Back in the day when all we needed was sunshine, and the future bright as a clear blue sky, bright as it could be. Oh yeah. There was a time when everything was magic, just magic. When every day was like a new blank page, oh yeah. There was a time when our life was simple, and all we had to do was to believe. We were waiting for a star to fall, everything's beautiful. We were supposed to live, waiting for a star to fall, everything was possible. Back in the day when everything was forever, forever. Couldn't imagine that the summer would ever end. Still feel your skin upon my skin in the sunshine, with the wind blowing softly through my hair, through my hair. We were waiting for a star to fall, everything's beautiful. We were supposed to live, waiting for a star to fall, everything was possible. Everything was beautiful, and we're so lost in love. Everything was possible. Back in the day when everything was easy, so easy. We used to hang around the fire all night, oh yeah. Back in the day when all we needed was sunshine, and the future bright as a clear blue sky, fading away.